Cause like the last one I did was straight, but the one before that, bro, that hole was terrible, and it was my fault. It was nobody's fault but mine. I ain't keep them niggas like after a while, bro, cause like I got sucked into the bullshit instead of actually running the shit. So after a while, I just said fuck it. I was like, bro, I ain't even finna post this hole. This hole just finna get clipped.
See, yeah. But and we're live. Welcome back to Hooping Stories Podcast, where we put basketball power perspective. I'm Diddy Noseball. I'm here with White Boy Chris, man. And today, a lot of NBA shit going on, man. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm finna go and stop my camera so y'all can see KD. So I guess we go start these headlines, man. Headlines. Kevin Durant scored 23 in his son's debut. LaMelo broke his ankle. Bucks top of the East. So I guess we can start with the KD. I mean, they beat LaMelo now. LaMelo
Lamelo
didn't even
wasn't even
have,
there.
yeah, they didn't have LaMelo. He broke his ankle. But how you feel about KD and his debut? I guess I think he's eighth all time for the Suns debut. That don't mean shit because it's KD, but whatever.
Yeah, it don't, cause it's KD. I mean, but we all knew why they picked Charlotte. I mean, it ain't no surprise. But I mean, I think he looked good. I mean, the thing that really surprised me was that they was actually, getting the ball to the right spot in transition. It was like just in the right places. That's kind of what surprised me because when you like in a half court set and you got time to set up and get to your spot, that's one thing. But the fact that it was just like they had done it before, which they had because they were saying that D Book and KD, you know, was practicing in the gym for like a week before KD even got on the floor. So
Ah, so
they have.
okay, how far you think they can go realistically? Because man, I don't see this shit. I don't. Well, actually, it can go either way. They could lose in the second round, or they could win an NBA title. So shit, I don't
I
know
mean,
right now.
I definitely think that as of now, I'm looking for them to at least make a competitive second round. If they get past that, then I feel like there's nowhere to go but up. I feel like they can continue.
Because right now, the Suns are the 4 seed, and the
So
Warriors
who
are
would
the
they have to
5
play?
seed. The Warriors,
So let's just say for shits and giggles, they beat a healthy Warriors team.
yeah.
So we can just assume Denver gonna advance. We can assume the Clippers gonna advance, and I'll throw a wild card in there just because I feel like they the better of the teams that's left as far as just consistent. Let's just go ahead and say the Kings gonna advance.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think the Kings could beat the Clippers right now. The 3-6
Oh, the
matchup
King. Oh,
with
the King. They
the
got a
Kings
matchup
and the
with them right
Clippers.
now.
Yep.
Okay, so who is in that? Who's in the 2 and the 7 spot right now? That'd
Oh,
be Memphis and that'd be Memphis and Minnesota right now, if I'm not mistaken.
right now, Memphis is the second seed. I'm gonna just pull this up for you. This is the standings right here because the Grizzlies are the 2 and the Clippers are the 6. The playing the Mavericks are the 7. So it'd be the Mavericks in Memphis right now.
Okay, so right now I'm more confident in Matt in Dallas beating the Grizzlies. So let's just say that's our 4 teams right there. Let's go. Because I feel like the Kings will upset the Clippers. So let's go to King. Or we can go either way. You know what I'm saying? We can go to Kings or the Clippers, and then we can go to Nuggets, and then I feel like that the Mavericks are gonna beat the Grizzlies. It's not you can't tell me it's not one of them teams they don't match up good with.
Um, I'm trying to see. I feel like Memphis will do a good job against the Suns. I feel
If they
like
advance.
if they advance, I feel like damn, you might be right, bro. Especially in the West.
There's
Damn, you
exactly
might be right, bro.
who can they not match up with? I mean, we can talk about DeAndre Ayton all we want to, but he is still a big that can match up with whatever big you throw down there. He can still get you
Oh,
a 20-point double double.
oh my goodness, Chris, you might be on to something. Could the Suns really win an NBA title this year?
Hey
Is it
man,
really?
I don't
But
always be
see,
talking, man. I know what I know. I know what I be talking about sometimes. I'm just when you look at the landscape of it right now, DJ, just look like just name five. So let's just name five teams right now. If this so I'll go to Nuggets, of course. You got to go to Grizzlies. I feel like I agree with you. I feel like the Grizzlies can match up with them the best. I feel like the Grizzlies can match up with them the best. But you got the Nuggets, you got the Grizzlies, you got the Kings, you got the Mavericks, and let's throw in the Clippers. Those are the five teams I feel like they would really just be the top competition for them. Who they not gonna match up with?
man, hey, you might got a point, especially in
Yeah,
the West. But when it gets
I'm
to
finna
that
smoke with you.
East, I could easily
It's
see
the
them
last one.
making it to the
Oh, my
finals.
bad.
I can see them making it to the finals, but I don't. It's the East. Who you think they could beat in the East? I think that's where the bad matchups are. They can
The
lose through one
Suns.
through. They can lose 1 through 5 against the East. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the Suns. Who they beating in
Uh,
the East? Because you gave me the West.
so
I'm with you on the West. I'm with you on the West. I can
I
see it.
still feel like I still feel like the only three teams. You know what? I'll throw four just because I don't want to be disrespectful to this team, but I still feel like the only four teams in the East that would really just give them a matchup problem, and then just as far as physicality, would be
It's funny.
um, the Bucks, of course, the Celtics, of course, um, the Sixers, and the Heat.
Nah, they smashing the Heat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think
I mean, and the only reason
they
why
smashing
is
the Heat.
like, okay, so, and the only reason why I throw the Heat in there, bro, is just because, like, the Heat are a hard team for me to watch during the regular season. That's why when you brought up that Jimmy Butler topic, like, bro, I really do not watch them during the regular season. Like, the Heat are a team I kind of expect them to be in the playoffs. They're a team I expect to be there every year, right? Just let me know if I'm making sense. I expect them to
All right.
be there, but I don't know exactly where they're gonna fall like as far as the standings. But I know they're gonna be there. But it's like when they get there, I know that's when Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball and literally carries that team to wherever they're gonna go. So that's the only
Mm,
reason why I kind of say like I can't really I don't like it's kind of the same song and dance with them. Like they're just good enough to get into the playoffs every year. It just comes down to like how is this storyteller going to play come playoff time?
I think with the Heat, what make it different this year is that they used to load manage. Jimmy Butler didn't play every game in the regular season these
He
last couple
didn't.
years.
He
Uh,
didn't.
Bam Adebayo has gotten better. He's averaging 22 and 10, I think, at this point. Tyler Hero's probably, I think, at 20 a game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna give you the exact numbers. I just think the East has gotten so much better that I don't even feel like the Heat can coast anymore. I feel like every situation in the East with the Miami Heat gonna be a dogfight, and that goes from first round on in. So I feel like it's gonna be a dog fight, and I could easily see the Heat going out in the first round. Because right now, what seed was the Heat? It just popped up. I think the seventh seed. So that mean they
Yeah,
have to play the
and the
Celtics
only
in the
reason why,
first round.
and you know what, you know what, now that I think about it, with all the trades that's been made, like I said, still gonna be good enough to get to the playoffs, but I do see a first round exit coming just because they didn't make no moves. The one
Nope.
person they needed to get off of, they didn't get rid of his ass.
Who Lowry?
He had to go.
But see, he has no trade value in my opinion. So you might just hang on to him and hope he can do something clutch, or just hope he can be a positive influence on the locker room. Nobody wants him. I ain't gonna lie. So I feel like they are stuck in a corner because they paid their money to Duncan Robinson, and they paid their money to Tyler Hero, two dudes that can't guard nobody, and two dudes that can't do anything in the playoffs. So it's you what they say in the wire, follow the money. And if you follow the money in the Heat, a lot of it is going to some guys that you just can't play in the playoffs. And then Bam
Hmm.
is a playoff dropper.
Yep.
We already talked about Tyler Hero being a playoff dropper. The only thing is they have Jimmy Butler, and he's one of the greatest playoff risers of all time. But
That we've ever seen.
outside of that, what do they really have? Because everybody talking about Heat culture, everybody talking about the
And
Heat can
like
do
I
this, the
said,
Heat
bro, and
could
that's
do this.
exactly why
I
I
don't see
said
it this
that's
year.
exactly why I said what I say because like don't get me wrong, this year Bam Adebayo has definitely like improved his game. But even that year that they went to the finals and like I still like was on the men. I was like, bro, this Miami Heat team is a team full of really good tools. You know what I'm saying? Like they are like don't get me wrong, like you just said, Jimmy Butler during the regular season is a really good two, but he turns it up like a one during the playoffs.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna make sure I get that. Yeah, I really that's a good take. I like that. A
I
one
mean,
in the
he
playoffs, a two in the
he is a
no. He's a
very good
two.
two during the regular season, but he turns it up and becomes a one in the playoffs.
Damn, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. He's definitely a two in the
He is
regular
a
season.
two in the regular season, bro. Like name a season in the regular name a time like I has he scored over 25 points in the regular season? Like I'm
I
just
can answer
asking. I
that
don't
for you
have
now. No, nope.
yeah.
I can tell you that
Okay,
right now.
see,
Nope.
and I don't even have the stats in front of me, bro. So I'm just
The highest he
I'm
got
just
was
saying.
24, but that shit was like in 2015 or some shit like that. I think 2016
Shit, where was
in
he with the
Chicago.
Bulls? With Chicago?
Chicago. Yeah. Golly. Yep. Because if you look at his numbers, he's always hovering around 21. He averages
two,
21 in
two,
Miami. Yep. I
two.
give you that. I give you that. I give you that. But
He's a strong two.
so what else
Playoffs,
pops
he is.
out? What else pops out in when you're looking at these stands? How you feel about the Hawks, bro?
They might as well go ahead and just play hardball the rest of the season. If I were them, I wouldn't even worry about trying to make it to the playoffs. I would just try to
Damn.
get some good continuity with the way that the new head coach wants things run, and go with that into the next season. And then, hey, Trey Young, you on the you it's you on the clock now, brother.
I'm done with
This
him.
your this your third head coach.
I'm done with him. It's like it's
This your third head coach.
I'm done with him. Yeah, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. I'm done with Trey, bro. That's my boy, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like him coming out of high school. I thought he was too small. I thought he was good. I was just like, he's too small. He proved me wrong in Oklahoma, and then his first couple years in the league. But just some of that shit that makes him good is also going to kill him. All that thinking, that big headedness, thinking he's the shit. Sometimes it keeping it real can go wrong. I feel like Trey though, he gonna be one of them. Cause I feel like that fire that keeps him on the court being that small is gonna be that same fire. Is gonna be the reason why he's gonna be a cancer to all his teams, and he will never win the title unless he goes and plays with somebody that's a little bit more mature than him and better.
Well, and see, my whole thing is, I mean, because I haven't watched much of Atlanta either, but
I don't blame you. They're hard to watch.
yeah, but the way, and this is the thing with Trey, right? So I feel like if Trey would have been in a situation where he got drafted and DeJounte was already there, and Trey was like a two guard, which is more like what he plays like.
Yeah.
I would think that'd be a better fit because right now he's still used to actually, bringing the ball up the court like a point guard, and Trey's just not that.
Hmm.
It's we've seen point guards in the league succeed and not be a true point guard, but they ain't been as small as Trey. Trey is just too small.
Hmm.
I
I
mean, it's one thing to be a defensive liability, bro. Like that's the one thing we talk about Steph. That's the one thing we talk about Kyrie. But they can put the ball in the hole and they do it at an efficient rate. And that's the one thing that's knocking Trey. He is inefficient, and that 3-point percentage is disgusting.
That's my problem with Trey too. And on top of that, you have the audacity to kind of seem like an asshole off the court. So it's like you're an inefficient scoring guard that uh, can't play defense, don't play defense, and it seems like you're a cancer in the locker room, and it seems like you're a coach killer. So
Absolutely.
I, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with, bro. And it's just like you make that ECF that couple years ago, but the the further we are from that, the more people are gonna start to look at Trey like, all right, what now?
I
So
mean, let's just and if we just gonna keep it honest about the situation, they was not supposed to beat the 76ers. The fact that that game went the fact that that series went 7 games is already just it
oh,
just ain't right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
But
This gonna sound crazy.
let me add on to this before you jump in.
Okay, go ahead.
If we look at it on paper,
Yeah.
they wasn't supposed to win that series.
Oh yeah, no, they were.
But
But
they mental just ain't right. They it's always a mental thing with them motherfuckers, bro. It's just always something like the talent is clearly there. It's always been there. It's the closest they got or the best that they looked in my opinion was that year that they lost to Kawhi in that 2019 playoffs. That's the best.
that's the best.
That's the
But who did they have on that team though?
the shit damn near the same motherfuckers they had when they lost against Trey.
Nah, they had Jimmy Butler.
Did they
Remember
have
they had?
was Jimmy there
Yep. Yeah, that was the Jimmy Butler year.
in 19?
Yep.
I thought Jimmy
Lost to
had
Kawhi.
left.
Nah, because
I thought
remember
he left that year.
it was Embiid, and then it was Jimmy Butler was the second option, and that's when Ben Simmons was in his
You
perfect
right, you
role.
right, you right, you right, you right.
I feel like what went wrong in Philly is that they let Jimmy Butler go because I think wasn't he beefing with the coach or something like that. Well, it was something. But you know, him and Embiid are friends. They
No,
should have
no,
kept.
no, no. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what happened. I'm looking at it.
Oh no, but Jimmy was there.
Yep, he
Oh,
averaged. I'm gonna pull up his stats for you. Yep. They went to seven against Toronto. Jimmy Butler had 30, 22, 29, 22, 25. And then he had 2 games under 20. But yep, that's a big major loss. 20 plus points per game. So I feel like they I feel like when they try to make Simmons a number two, that's when everything started going downhill. You did nobody ever watch Ben Simmons and be like, hey, Ben Simmons, take more shots. It's just you put a team around him, and then Doc throwing him under the bus kind of just kills his confidence, and then you just know how that goes. Uh, it,
mm-hmm.
I, I felt like they never replaced Jimmy Butler in his production on both ends. I feel like they need that now because I don't
I
know how
mean,
you
you heard
feel.
him. You heard him going down the tunnel. When they beat him that year, what would he say? Tobias Harris over me. Tobias
That's
Harris, are
crazy.
you shitting me?
That is crazy. I be forgetting about Tobias Harris. He's so forgettable. Have you
Hey
been
man,
keeping up with the 76ers?
I've been keeping up with them a little more, but like I said, I mean, I still feel like Joel Embiid is a top player in this league. I just don't trust James Harden.
Um, I feel like man, I'm looking more at Maxi and Tobias Harris, bro. Cause when hey, go start looking through them stats. Go start looking. Actually, I'm finna pull it up right now. I'm finna
We
pull it up
already
right now.
talked about it. We already talked
Did
about it.
oh we did? Oh
Yeah, we talked about them. We talked about
oh,
Tobias and yeah, we talked
cause
about them.
Chris, it's so baffling to me, bro. It's like because I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the scores of these games, I'm looking at the record. Everything checks out except for when I actually sit down and watch them play. Like
That's
it's
it's
like
the eye test, bro. It don't look good.
it really looks damn near. I feel like the Knicks could beat them, bro. You put that in my head, and I'm really feeling that way now. Because we gonna talk
And
about the
I'm
Knicks later.
hey,
They're
we
gonna get
gonna
their own
talk
series.
about him because hey, you already jumping the gun because that was gonna be my main point right there. I was gonna say out of the top three teams that we feel like everybody got to go through as far as Philly, Milwaukee, and Boston. Why is it so far fetched to think that the Knicks can beat the Sixers?
Shit, let's talk about it. Fuck it, I'm ready. Uh,
Why is it so far fetched to think that the Knicks can't beat the Sixers?
they absolutely can, bro. They absolutely can.
Look at
I'm
the
finna go.
rosters and look at what you just said. We got questions about Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey, two of the players that you're gonna have, be on their game for y'all to win any type of series because it's not gonna be able to be on just Joel and James Harden. Because I feel like Joel is gonna do what Joel gonna do. James Harden, he's already shown me too lately that I can't rely on him as my second option anymore. If he
I
gives it
don't
to me,
think
he
it's
gives
James
it to me.
Harden. I don't think it's James
Huh?
Harden because in this game against the 76ers, James Harden had 20, 12, and 8. He shot 7 for 16 from the field, and he
I'm
only
talking
had
about
three
playoff
turnovers.
performance, bro.
Okay, okay. So are we at that point with James Harden to where it's like we're not going off
Now,
anything he does regular season?
I'm not at that point, but this is so I will say this because we didn't really get to see. I will give him the benefit of the doubt on this end though,
Mm,
because the first year he was in Brooklyn and got to the playoffs, I will say we didn't really get to fully see him as the second option of what he can do because he got hurt. Right.
yeah.
Last year, new team, new situation, 20 games to get used to each other. Okay, I give you that. So
Hmm.
if I'll give you that, but he got to show me something this year, bro. And I'm
Uh,
giving him all the benefit of the doubt, considering we saw what he. I mean, because look, everybody's not meant to make it as a number one option. They
yeah.
just not. You know what I'm saying? And he got close. He got damn close. He got close. He just couldn't get over the hump. So hey, maybe he will be better off as second option to Joel Embiid. You got to defer to him first because he's clearly the best player on the team. Maybe he will be better as a number two.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question because we're talking about the Knicks and 76ers because they the 4 and 5. I still think they the 4 and 5. I think, but can't which duo are you taking? Joel Embiid and James Harden, or Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle? Just off this year, and be
Just off
honest,
of this
because
year.
just off this year.
You know what, bro? I still think, and it's not because I'm trying to push this narrative. I, Give me Brunson and Randall, bro.
That's not crazy. Yeah,
Give me
hey, this
Brunson and
it.
Randall,
I am going to clip this, and it might look crazy, but you're hearing it from me. It's not crazy, bro. Both them
bro. Give
dudes,
me
both of
Brunson and
them been
Randall,
average.
bro.
You know what they've been averaging both of them the last 2 games?
I'm pretty sure you gonna let the audience know.
27 apiece.
And who did they just play?
The Knicks just played. I'm finna go to their last couple games, but the Knicks they played Brooklyn. Oh, they beat the hell out of Brooklyn. They 142-118 against Brooklyn. They played Boston. They played New Orleans. They on a 7 game winning streak. Matter of fact, and they played some good teams. I mean, I ain't gonna stunt. Julius Randle had 46 against Washington, and Cal Kuzma wasn't playing that bad, but Julius Randle made him look like a, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, hey, when it comes to duos, this is a top 5 duo in the NBA. Name me 4 better duos than Brunson and Randle based off just this year.
Because the only reason why I feel like me personally, I'll put them. Look, people can say what they want to about Jalen Brunson this size, but Jalen Brunson tries and actually plays hard on defense, and that's all I need. So I mean, I'm not saying as far as talent wise, but as far as just players on two ends on the court back and forth, they just as good as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown or Kawhi and PG as far as duos that play on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. They gonna give you effort
But
on both ends.
hey, that's not crazy, bro. Because when you first brought up the Knicks, my our whole lives the Knicks really ain't been on nothing. What's the best Knicks team we done seen in our lifetime? Was it? It's probably this team. It's probably this team, to be honest. 'Cause I think this team better than the Amari Stoudemire Carmelo team too. This the
Yeah, I was
best
about to
Knicks
say
team we possibly
I
done
was about to
seen.
say I had to go back and look at that full roster for I was about to say that's probably the next closest one.
Because the Carmelo and the who else Carmelo's paired with? Kristaps Porzingis for that little time. Nah, this the best Knicks team we probably done seen, bro. Because we didn't see the Patrick Ewing Knicks. We know about them, but we didn't see them. So
Right.
shit, when it comes to Knicks teams, when it comes to Knicks duos, this is the best Knicks team we have probably seen in our lifetime.
And
So
it
it's
took a
like
minute and it took a minute, but
it took
hey
a
man,
long time.
look, if they keep going in the direction that they're going, they're only gonna get better.
Okay, I got this question to you about the Knicks because do you how much credit are you giving Thibodeau, and what do you feel? How do you feel about Thibodeau and is coaching important when it comes to the Knicks? How
I
important is
I feel like it has a lot to do with him because at the end of the day, I feel like I feel like he's one of them hard nosed coaches. I feel like he finally got a Julius Randle ass enough to where he understood, like, look, man, a lot of people may not see you as a number one option or a leader of a team, but this is your team. You are the leader of the New York Knickerbockers. You are in
it?
Madison Square Garden. Embrace that shit. And when they brought Jalen
Hmm.
Brunson on, that was just the push he needed. He just needed a solid facilitator, and he can handle the rest. Somebody else that can get their own shot. And this is the part that nigga Tom because and this is another part right here. This is why I feel like the Knicks are only gonna get better. People, Evan Fournier is a sniper.
Hmm.
He is not playing. Evan Fournier is about to bring them capital in the offseason, and they are only going to get better.
Hmm.
They are only going to get better. They
What would
have
you what would you
pieces.
add to them? What would you add to the Knicks? Like, how would you maximize them to make them even better? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Chris. They're 30th in assists. How many teams are in the NBA? I think there's only 30 teams, right? They're
It's only
30th in
30.
assists.
It's only 30.
they're top half of in everything else, but in assists they're 30th. And I feel like
Because
that's crazy.
they don't have that. Like I said, Jalen Brunson can go get you a bucket. I never said he was going to facilitate. That's
He
that's that's
averaging
that's
he averaging six assists a game, but
he's the only one though.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I do feel like that was like, cause I don't know where they ranked the assists last year, but I still do feel like even with the decline in assists, he has another player that can actually go get his own shot. I mean, because look, the RJ Barrett experiment has failed. It's clear. You're not going to win with Julius Randle as your one and RJ Barrett as your second option. Shit, you might not win with RJ Barrett as your third option. I mean, look, if we just go keep it 1,000, man, I'm sorry that experiment has failed. It's not going to work, so they might as well just hang that up.
He kind of already lost his spot to Josh Hart, right? Unofficially. Josh Hart has been closing games. RJ has been on the bench. I think they're undefeated with Josh Hart. Josh Hart
RJ
just a better
Barrett,
player.
RJ Barrett experiment is over. It has failed. It was a nice little try. It's not working.
I don't even think it was a nice try. I ain't gonna lie. Think about who's in his draft class too. You got Ja Morant and you got Zion Williamson. That's a weird draft class. I ain't gonna lie. Just now thinking about it, that's a weird draft class, bro. But you win Zion, Ja, being RJ. He was the third pick, Chris.
Yo,
Yeah, I hear you. You
My
heard?
bad. Yeah, no, I don't know what you said. For some reason, my damn phone rang and it was on Do Not Disturb.
But now I was saying R.J. Barrett was part of that Ja Morant, Zion Williamson draft class, and he was
Yeah, I
picked
know.
third after both of them do. So I'm just saying that's a weird draft class, and R.J. is clearly just I
He
don't
was
know,
clearly not the better player.
and it just oh man,
It
just R.J.
shows.
just kind of sucks. I just think R.J. kind of sucks, bro. Like people talk about his defense, I don't know too much about his defense. Oh, look at this. It's a Mitchell Garland, Tatum Brown, Drew, Giannis, Jokic, Murray, Harden, and B all better duos.
Sam again.
I put it on the screen. It says it only can be one. It says Mitchell Garland, Tatum Brown, Drew, Giannis, Jokic, Murray, Harden, and B all better duos. Uh, Mitchell and Garland, I think yeah. If you want to go Mitchell and Garland, that's cool. Tatum and Brown, of course.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know
not.
about the Mitchell.
I,
I'm not going Mitchell and Garland just yet.
I'll take Donovan Mitchell over Julius Randle and Brunson, and I'll take Garland pretty much over both of them too. So I ain't mad at that one. But Tatum and Brown for sure. I'm not
I
taking
mean, as
Drew
a
over.
duo. I'm talking about as a duo though.
Uh, they're higher seed.
Bro, Donovan Mitchell
Yeah,
wasn't even in the game. Donovan Mitchell wasn't even in the game last night.
I'm
They brought
taking.
they brought him. They brought him back in when they thought they had a chance to come back and win. Like, nah, nigga, fuck that.
I ain't
I
gonna
should
lie.
have
It can
taken.
only be one. I ain't taking. I ain't. I'm with you on Mitchell and Garland, but I'm not with
Wait,
you
hold
on
on, hold on,
Jokic
hold on,
and
hold on, hold on,
Murray
hold
or
on.
Harden and
I
Embiid.
know we
I'm
talking about did Jalen Brown play last night when the Cavaliers just played the Celtics?
uh. Let me see. I don't. Cause I was supposed to watch the game. I think he did though. I think he did. I think he did. Let me check for sure. Yep, he played. He only had 16 points. He was 6 for 15. Tatum carried. He had 41, 11, and 8. I
Okay, I
had
was
my
about to
kinfolk
say.
them over. I had the game in the background, and Tatum was sounding like he was going off. So it was,
No,
Brown.
I
I
know
think
Tatum went
he
crazy,
spaced
but
that.
I ain't know if Brown had played.
He played. He didn't play the game against the Knicks.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked.
So, but hey, I'm not with you on Drew and Giannis or Jokic and Murray because as Giannis is carrying that duo, Jokic is carrying that duo, and I take Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson over James Harden. So I'm not feeling that one either. Embiid carrying that duo in my opinion too versus this duo. So the only one I'm with him on is Mitchell Garland, Tatum and Brown, and then of course KD and Book, and then I'm not even sure I'll take Luca and Kyrie over this duo.
Hey, if you want scoring, well,
Man,
man, okay, man,
yeah, so,
I know that ain't even on schedule today. I'm gonna say that for another day. Goddamn Luka and
but
Kyrie. Well, actually, we are talking about them, ain't we?
uh,
Oh
you said
no, we
what?
not. We not. We not. The Mavericks and the Clippers. No, I don't think you said we was talking about them.
We talk about the Clippers, but I mean, if you want to talk the Mavericks real quick, we can because
We could put the Mavericks and the Clippers in the same box. But no, I ain't trying to fuck up the structure though. So we can keep in order. What's what I'm saying?
we got comments. Let's see what this dude talking about. It's all can be on.
Giannis been
Yeah,
hurt the last 3 games. Drew been averaging 27, and they haven't lost.
that is a good point, but man, bro,
I get it.
Jalen
Don't get
Brunson.
me wrong. I
Jalen
do.
Brunson been averaging 27 points the last few games. And Jalen Brunson is more efficient than Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is a better defender, but when it comes to shot creation, shooting, I'm going Jalen Brunson. And I mean, if I needed a two-way, I'll go Drew Holiday. But I feel like Jalen Brunson has been just as good, if not better, than Drew Holiday. And I feel like he should have had that All-Star spot too. So that's cool to say, Drew Holiday. But come on, bro. Jalen Brunson is just right
Drew
there, or he's a
Holiday
little
was a
better.
replacement in the goddamn skills competition. I'm not going.
It can
They
only be
tried to make
one.
they tried to make him an Antetokounmpo brother.
Cause man, I don't know about that. I'm
But
feeling.
no, I
I'm feeling.
mean, if it but to like to give a serious like response to that, I hear what he's saying as far as like, pretty much him carrying the load. But I mean the people that really know Drew knew that Drew had that in him. Drew really took a back seat because Drew was the third option on the team. Drew was really there to facilitate and play defense. Drew was never there to actually be like a top tier scorer. But
Yep.
but he clearly shows that when it's time, he could do that because shit, Chris Middleton ain't even 100% right now. So I
I,
mean,
I feel like Drew Holiday is what he is. He's a superstar role player, but at the end of the day, he's still a role player. He has the
he's
longest
a role
gap
player, but
between
like
his All Star selections.
people that really know Drew, like these games that he's having, like with his act, like people that really know him knew that he could do that. Like they knew that he had that type of offense in his bag. But Drew has never been asked to do that when you have Giannis and Chris Middleton on the floor. Because if that's the case, nigga, we might as well go ahead and put who was that? I'm always gassing up. We might as well put Kyle Kuzma on that pedestal. What I said when he was in L.A. when he had Braun and AD in front of him and they both got hurt, he went nuclear.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, man, we know what he can do, but I'm still not gonna say that he's a
I ain't
better
going for it.
duo.
I put the link in the chat if he want to come up here, but we finna move on because I mean I feel bro in certain instances, but I ain't really going too much for it. So what else you want to talk about, Chris, or you want to move on to the Clippers?
Uh,
Because right now we still got some time to talk about any of the teams, like just anything that pops out to your mind. Because our show wasn't that long anyway. I was trying to wait for Ray for the Jimmy Butler topic, but we'll see. But
right,
you
right,
can talk
right.
about anything that comes to your mind. We talk about basketball philosophy, the playoff picture. We really have our worked in room for us to just talk if we wanted to. So
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Let me check my repertoire, see if there was something I had saved to make sure. Oh, that it was supposed to be just just a little fun little 2-on-2. So if you had to pick between this 2-on-2, just like a game at the park, would you take Jordan and Bird, or would you take Kobe and KD?
Kobe and KD. I'm gonna add this dude to stream. We gonna see what he talking about, Chris.
We finna go back to that last topic. Let him talk his shit.
Yeah, I just want to see. Hey, turn your mic down, bro, so we can hear you. You echo.
What up?
What's
What's
up with
going
it,
on, my
bro?
guy?
Is it still echoing?
Nah, you good?
Yep.
All
Oh,
right.
just a little bit. It ain't as bad as it was.
All right.
If you listening in some other way, just you probably won't be able to listen.
Nah, I'm not.
All right, but we good. You go ahead. What you want? What you got on your mind, bro?
Is basketball play only on offense?
It's
Absolutely
not
not.
So how can you equate Jalen Brunson being better than Drew if you equate defense with it?
because my
You know
thing
Drew Holiday is the
is,
best point guard at defensively in the NBA, right?
yeah, that's fine. Is he one of the?
And
Where do you rank him
Brunson
as
is
a
a
scorer
defensive
though?
liability.
He's not a liability. I'm not gonna say liability. He
Bro,
can be
come
taken
on, bro. Let's
advantage
be
of
let's
because
be
his
honest,
stature.
bro. Brunson cannot guard anybody at his position, bro.
I mean, he doesn't get killed. When do you see Brunson get 45 dropped on him? Does he get just 45 dropped on him consistently
Well,
or
no
30?
one player
Like
just get 45 dropped on them. Everybody gets a little bit there,
so
here and there dropped on their
so
head. Not
so
one
so
player
what's the
just get
difference between
45 points dropped on him.
No,
so is Jay
sir, because PJ Tucker definitely got a 50 piece dropped on him by KD.
PJ Tucker
but
didn't guard KD the whole game, bro.
He guarded him the whole game.
No, he didn't. Don't nobody guards a player the whole game, bro.
Bro, go watch
Nobody
that
does,
playoff
bro.
series.
You
Hey,
know,
hey,
Go
Chris, let me
watch that
address
MVP
this
playoff
real quick.
series.
percentages.
Let me address this real quick because you were talking about Drew Holiday is better than Brunson because you value his defense, right?
Because he's the best guard at defense in the NBA.
Okay, but now where do you rank him as a scorer?
He doesn't, as a scorer,
Who's better at scoring in the basketball, him or Jalen Brunson? Because they both been averaging 27 points in this last stretch. So who's a better scorer? Eh,
well, Drew Holiday could score in more ways than me.
No, Jalen Brunson
Yes, he
is
can. Drew
probably
Holiday can
is a
post
top
up. He
five
can take it to the
crafty
rack.
scoring guard in the league. You know he's at 40, 50, 90, shooting
Drew
27
Holiday doesn't take
point,
that many. He
having
doesn't have.
27 points a
Drew
game.
Holiday is
He's
playing
40,
with
50, 90.
Giannis, bro.
You don't think Jalen Brunson can play with Giannis?
That's not what I said. Drew Holiday is playing with Giannis, so of course, and Middleton. So of course he's
So
not going to take the
Jalen
attempts
Brun-
like that. If
Okay,
it's
okay. So
Jalen
let's
Giannis,
Brunson
go.
was
So
the
let's go.
second
he
Wait, hold on,
option
hold
just
on,
on
hold
the
on.
averaged
So
he
let's
the
Western
second
Conference
so let's
option,
Finals
so
lit.
he's
team.
going to take a lot of shots, bro.
Wait, no. So let's
Jalen
get
He's
Brunson
going to
was
that
the
take
in the
more than
Western
bull right
enough
now.
Conference
shots than Drew
Finals
Holiday.
second option.
Holiday just put up 40 in the game the other day, bro. The man can
That's
get buckets. He
fine.
just doesn't do that.
I
His
think they're
his
on the
main
same
focus is to
tier.
guard Steph Curry. Don't
They're
you
on
know
the
that
But
Drew
same
bro,
Holiday plays
tier.
the best defense
They're
on
on the
Steph
same
Curry in the whole
tier.
NBA?
It's pick your
but
Nobody
poison.
bro,
They're
but
on the
nobody
bro,
can
same
do
this
that,
tier.
this
bro.
is
That means
this
a
is the
lot,
thing.
bro.
But
They're
so
on the
just
same
what
tier.
you said. Let me jump in real quick. So just what you said real quick, right, bro? So I don't know if you heard before we had before you jumped in, but we have pretty much already acknowledged that people that really know Drew Holiday know that he has that in his bag if he really wants to go and score 40 or
And that's
average
why I just said
27
Drew
points a
Holiday
game.
can score in more ways. He
Right,
can
he
post up. He
can.
can take it to the
No,
rack.
I'm not gonna say he can score more ways, but they can both score, right? But Drew Holiday is not in a situation where you're gonna see that every night. So we can't judge them
That's
based
why I
off of
said.
what but we can't judge them based off of what he can do. We got to go off of what his team is asking him to do and what he produces in that role.
Right. And Drew Holiday is
What
a top point guard defender in the NBA. That can't
what
be
does
discounted.
what does Brunson do scoring wise that Drew Holiday can't do?
Score efficiently more often.
I feel like he's a
Who's
Drew
more
more
Holiday is
efficient
efficient?
shooting.
scorer. If you
Drew
want to
Holiday
give
is
Drew
shooting
the
47%.
defense,
I
I'm
mean,
not
just
gonna
because you
argue
shooting,
that.
I
But
mean,
Jalen Brunson is a more efficient scorer.
No,
If you
Jalen
needed a
Brunson just
scorer, who
takes
you
more
taking?
shots,
If
bro.
you
He just
needed
has
a
to do that
scorer,
more.
who are you taking? If you needed a scorer, who are you taking out of those two?
I'm not taking Jalen Brunson
You is
because
lying. If you taking Drew Holiday as a
because
scorer over Jalen
he can put a
Brunson,
taller
you ain't been
defender
watching
on
basketball
Brunson.
the
He's
last
not
couple years.
no. Bro, what did Jalen Brunson do against the Golden State in the Western Conference Finals? What happened to him, bro?
Bro,
What
oh,
happened?
if you want to nitpick, anybody can nitpick series. He was the
I didn't
second
nitpick
option on the
nothing.
Western.
5 games or 4 games is not nitpicking, bro. Nitpicking would be me picking
What did
one
Drew
play.
Holiday do against the Golden State Warriors when he was with New Orleans?
With New Orleans,
Didn't
what
they
are you
get bounced
talking
in the
about?
first round? Drew Holiday was an all-star with New Orleans. He was the second option to Anthony
no,
Davis,
he
and
wasn't
they
DJ.
got
He was only an All Star with Philly before
well,
this year.
well, he was an all-star still at that point. He was an all-star still.
He
Like
wasn't a number one option.
he was the second option. He's not number one option now.
That's the point I'm trying to make, fool. With him
What's
not
but
even
I'm
being a number one
saying
option,
I'm
and he's
I'm
still
telling
giving
you,
you damn near
I
the
would
same
take Jalen
production
Brunson.
offensively of
You're
Jalen
taking
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson off for one
I ain't
year.
taking Jalen Brunson. He just came off a year where he was the second option on the
What
Western
was he? Do,
Conference Finals
what
team.
was his numbers looking like last year since he was so fantastic to you?
All right, because this is crazy.
Because he was not, bro. He was not playing like this last season. This is
Yes,
a
he
totally
was. You
different.
wasn't watching the Mavericks. He wasn't watching the Mavericks.
So why has he had a big leap in his scoring this year? Then, if he was playing like this exact the same as he's playing right now, why is the gap so wide between his scoring last year and his scoring this year?
He averaged 21.6 points per game in the playoffs
No,
last
he
year,
did.
18 games.
No, I'm talking about the season. You going straight to the playoffs? I'm talking about the whole season.
He just brought up
Bro.
the series against Golden State.
He just brought up the series against Golden State, but I got it. I got it. I got it. Because if y'all want to bring up what he did with the Mavericks, he averaged 16 points.
And what is
He
he
had
averaging
just
now? 24,
he's
right?
averaging. Yeah,
That's a whole.
but he averaged 22 in the playoffs last year. He went from the playoffs averaging 22. Now he's averaging 24 because his role has increased. Y'all act like y'all don't know basketball. Quit doing this. Jalen Brunson is a better scorer than Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is a better defender. It's a pick your poison. I would take Jalen Brunson. He scores efficiently from all three levels. He makes good decisions. He's poised. He tries on defense. He's not terrible. I don't like how Drew Holiday scores. He's been going off this year, but man, Drew Holiday stunk it up last year against the Celtics. We're not gonna forget that. When Chris Middleton was
So we
down, Drew
going.
Holiday was
Hold on a
stinking it
second.
up.
You talking like Jalen Brunson was just killing all playoffs? So we gonna have like Luka and Tatum in that Phoenix series?
Save him.
Luka is the number one option. He did number one option shit. You're not gonna act like Jalen Brunson didn't carry the load
What I'm
against
saying is
Utah.
you're making it seem like Jalen Brunson has just been a efficient scorer because we can go to the numbers again.
You know what? How about we kill this noise? Name the playoff series that Drew Holiday has carried. Because the last time I checked, Jalen Brunson just carried one last year. He just carried one last year.
He carried against Utah. He carried against
Utah in the first round because Luka was hurt.
He missed 2 games.
He carried those 2 games. So did Luka come in? We were 2-0 against Utah Jazz.
Okay, let's see.
So he carried half a series.
When has Drew Holiday did that?
When has Drew Holiday been asked to do it? When has Drew Holiday been ever in that type of role that Jalen Brunson?
So that's Drew Holiday's fault. He ain't never been in that situation.
No, but y'all are
trying to act like Drew Holiday is way better than Jalen Brunson, bro. That's not true. They on the same team.
Not in the same class. If I have to play offense, if I'm asked to guard your best scorer on the other end, and then I have to also produce on the offensive end, we're not in the same class.
I know that's what they don't understand.
You think
Drew Holiday
you talking about one side of the ball? Drew Holiday can literally be great on defense and be somewhat great on offense. Jalen Brunson is great on offense and non-existent on defense. Right. How are we in the same class?
He's not non-existent, bro. Y'all don't watch Jalen Brunson if y'all think he don't do nothing on defense.
What is he doing on defense, DJ?
What does Curry do on defense? Do you ever just say Curry not worth having?
So we put in Jalen Brunson on Curry level now. That's what we doing.
Oh my God, bro! I'm not. But I'm saying he's not too terrible of a defender to not be on the court. You act like he's Trae Young or Ja Morant. What does Trae Young or Ja Morant do on defense?
Does not overweight his defensive liability like it does for.
What does Darius Garland do on defense? Y'all bringing up his
defense just like Jokic. Jokic's offensive game is so great that it doesn't weigh down his defense, bro. You cannot compare Jalen Brunson to Steph Curry because what Steph Curry brings offensively is too great. You can't compare that, bro.
Hey,
his gravity is way higher than Jalen Brunson on the court on offense.
Say, bro, we shoot these every Thursday. I want you to come through, and I want you to keep up with Jalen Brunson and keep up with Drew Holiday, and we go keep this going, bro. But we finna move on. But come through Thursday. And send me your information, bro. But because we got to get back to these topics. But I like what this dude was talking about.
You can talk about whatever.
Oh well, y'all want to stay on, guys?
Hey, man,
let's talk about something else. It don't matter.
All right, that's a bit.
I'm cooking stir fry tonight. Y'all niggas getting on my nerves talking this blasphemy.
That shit was crazy, but we finna move on to the Jimmy Butler topic. So we was talking about Jimmy Butler because he was keeping the Heat in the game, and then he eventually won the game with the hustle against Philly. And I was watching the game, and I was just thinking, how should Jimmy Butler be looked at all time? So, I mean, I guess we'll start with Ray. Go ahead, because you missed the all-time. You know how people should be ranked. So, go ahead.
Well, all-time wise, I think when they come out with the they did the 75, so I'm assuming they're gonna do the 100 and the next time.
Say Sub-Zero. Something going on with your mic is echoing. I don't know, but keep going, Ray.
I would assume he'll be on that 100 list. It's kind of it's crazy because he's not really a numbers person. Like his stats don't just wow the average eye, but man, you go to them playoffs
Mm-hmm.
and you just done seen the stuff he done did. Um, he's proven.
I mean, his regular season numbers aren't just terrible, but he
No, I'm
literally
not.
goes
I'm
from
not.
a
I'm
second
just saying.
option to a first
When you
option.
think about an all-time great or somebody who's in consideration of being a Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
it's like, he may get in, he may not get in. He's definitely not a first ballot.
Why
But
not though? This is my thing with this, because I had posted the poll earlier. Like, what's the difference between a Jimmy Butler's career and Clyde Drexler's career?
well,
Like, Clyde Drexler was NBA
Clyde
75.
Drexler got to a finals as a number one option and a number two option, and won one.
Jimmy
He was
Butler
also looked
went
at,
to a finals as
but
a number one
Jimmy
option,
Butler has never.
and he
But you got to realize this too. Clyde Drexler was so great at one point that his only rival was Michael Jordan.
That's what I just finna say. Clyde Drexler is literally like the second best two guard in the league.
Like, it's an interview where Michael Jordan even
Jimmy
said
Butler's never been
he
the
was
second
just
best
as
small forward
great
in
as
the league.
me, but
Ever.
he just was in his team that he was on, and he didn't have the right marketing behind him. He said he was just as good as me though.
He just saying that because he killed him in the '92 finals, and I had looked up them stats. Man, Clyde was good, bro, but that '92 finals, Jordan was just on a super superior level, and I don't know. I mean, you could say Clyde Drexler is better than Jimmy Butler, but the fact that their careers is pretty matches up pretty evenly, in my opinion, and he's NBA
Clyde does everything.
75.
Clyde does everything better. Don't get me wrong. He scores better. He can get to the hole better. He's a better mid-range shooter, and that's
Nope,
that's
I'm
not
not
a
going.
huge gap. That's not a huge
I'm
gap
not.
right there
I
between
was just
them.
gonna say I'm not going, bro.
But he is a
Clyde
better
Drexler
mid-range.
went 3
You gotta
for
realize
20. He went 3 for 20 in the finals from three. He's not a better shooter than Jimmy Butler. Jimmy
I
Butler
didn't say he was a
actually
better
gets
shooter.
better.
I said he was better at mid-range. I didn't say he was a better shooter.
Jimmy Butler has a better mid range than Clyde Drexler. Jimmy Butler mid
Like I
range is
said,
money, bro.
it's not a huge gap, but I get it. You gotta realize the only way Clyde scored was the mid-range or in the paint. You have
Same
to
thing
be.
with Jimmy Butler.
I'm saying you have to have that master. Clyde Drexler has multiple seasons scoring 27 or more. We've never seen that from Jimmy. Clyde was a bucket at one point in his career. Like, we've never seen Jimmy.
DJ, we just talked about that, DJ. Hey, hey, I know you trying to.
Clyde Drexler he had 2 seasons where he was over 27. 2.
And it was back to back.
He averaged 20. Yeah, that's true. But he averaged 20 for his career. Jimmy Butler, the highest he got was 23 points, but 3 points is not going to just make me just say he's just that much better, because Clyde Drexler wasn't a better defender than Jimmy Butler.
He not. I know that.
As a solo star, they did just about the same amount of damage, bro.
He wasn't a solo star. I mean, his running mate wasn't just a bona fide story.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's why I compared the two, because I feel like those two have similar resumes and similar greatness.
It is crazy because they both ran into the greatest players in they era when they finally did make it to the finals. And Clyde ran into MJ. Jimmy ran into LeBron. I mean, but that was an older LeBron at that though. But still, LeBron
but this is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect Clyde. I'm just trying to give Jimmy Butler his respect, because I feel like he's in that same tier.
I'm not just because I pick one person. I don't mean I'm just gonna dog the other person. I believe that both of them, like, respectfully, are great at what they do. And like I argue with Drew Holiday, I respect people who can go on both ends and do things just about even. So I get it to Jimmy Butler. As far as being a two-way, Jimmy Butler is way more elite than Clyde would ever thought about being. I've never really heard nobody just talk about Clyde's defense. So
he ain't made no all defense team.
I've said that's another thing. That's another thing. That's not a good look. He don't have no all defense. Not at least one. Like,
so because you didn't make an all defensive team, does it make you a great defender or a good one?
Jimmy Butler's a 5-time all defensive, and he's a steal champ. He's a better defender than Clyde. It's not close.
Now I'll just ask you a question.
Nah. That don't really mean
if you
not good.
I'm saying all I want to say is this, Sub-Zero. If you are anywhere near good on defense, you should have at least one all defense team to your name. Especially as great as Clyde Drexler was and how big his name was, he would have they would have definitely recognized. Oh man, he's playing some pretty good defense this year. I don't even know if he's ever been in consideration for an all defense team.
And he has no excuse because he has the size, the athleticism, and everything he needed to be a great.
He was a 6'7" shooting guard.
Exactly. So I don't feel like it's crazy to put Jimmy Butler on that tier. And Clyde Drexler is NBA 75, no question. And I feel like Jimmy Butler has a better resume than Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard, just for right now. I ain't gonna lie. So I feel like if they could have been on, he could have been on. I wouldn't have been mad if Jimmy Butler would have made it. Klay Thompson, Howard.
I think so.
But I'm not going to go by media awards. He a better defender.
You say you want to go by what?
If you want to go by media opinions, then he's a better defender or whatever. But
nah, Jimmy
Butler
and
numbers. A lot of people shouldn't even made a lot of defensive teams.
Jimmy Butler ain't one of them though.
That's like last year. It's like last year. Marcus Smart was given the Defensive Player of the Year. Giannis clearly had better numbers, did more, and didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. It didn't make sense.
Giannis not the best defender on his team though. You just was talking about Drew Holiday.
He just saying
look this up, player. Look this up, player. Look this up before you get to talking. The last 5 years, Giannis has the best defensive numbers in the whole NBA, followed by Pat Bev and Marcus Smart. So you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not moved by stats. I watch a lot of Giannis, and he's not a better defender than Drew Holiday or Marcus Smart. He's just not. As a one-on-one defender, Giannis can get cooked. He's a great help side defender. He's a great rebounder, and that contributes to his defensive greatness. But one-on-one defense, no.
But I'm not going. I don't think that's the biggest.
For one, you must never play basketball. Nobody guards nobody one-on-one, bro. Nobody.
That is a lie.
Bro, it's something called team defense. People shade on people. Nobody guards nobody one-on-one, bro.
In what aspect is Giannis a better defender than Drew Holiday outside of protecting the rim and rebounding?
What?
There's many ways to play defense. Who never? Watch this. Who never?
That's close too.
Pick and roll defense. He can switch on to any player on the floor. Drew can't do that.
That is cap.
You mean
if you think Giannis can guard a point guard,
switch on the Curry, like switch on the Looney and switch on the Curry all in the same play? That's impossible. Giannis can do that,
bro. First of all, can't nobody 6'11" really outside of like probably Bam and Nick Claxton really go one-on-one with a guard. That's cap, bro.
Then why does Giannis have better defensive numbers than both of them dudes you named?
I don't want to hear numbers. What do your eyes tell you? Can Giannis guard Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving?
You can be biased about what you want to say. The numbers prove what actually happened on the court, my guy. That actually proves what happened on the court, bro. You cannot ignore
defensive numbers are not trusted.
What happened on the court, your eye test is what you feel what happened or how the way you feel about the situation.
No, I use numbers that matter.
You can use, dude.
I use numbers that matter.
Can tell you something different. Just like your eyes
I
can
look
say
at efficiency.
that Curry and them choke, but my eyes can say that LeBron and Kyrie just rose to the occasion, bro, in 2016. You get what I'm saying?
And those same numbers that you're gassing up are the same numbers that the media uses for these awards that you're trying to bash.
My thing is, what defensive numbers do you trust? I'm gonna ask you that.
DF, GM.
What does that stand for?
So that everybody who the audience needs to know.
I guess when it comes to like how many field goals made he allow.
Keep going. What other defense? What other defense? Say, hey, I want to be educated. I'm curious. What other defense?
I'm gonna look it up for you. I'm gonna look it up for you to show you what Giannis has done.
I will say this one defense stat is definitely.
I don't want to say shit without the facts.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I understand. I'm just a curious person though, because I don't really look at defensive rating. I don't look at defensive box plus minus. I don't look at those stats when it comes to defense.
You look at defensive win shares.
It's a flawed metric.
I don't look at that. No. I look at block steals, rebounds. And then I use my eyes to see if they get
steals is a
deflections, how they
flawed metric because by your
navigate
logic, by your logic, Steph Curry is a better defender than a lot of people. If you use
No, he's
steals,
not.
that's another flawed metric. That's another flawed stat.
No, I'm saying just the numbers that I just genuinely respect. It's not. I don't use steals as a interpreter of how I gauge a defender, but I do this. I do count the steal champ. If you get the most steals in the NBA, that is impressive to me. But it's not an end all be all.
So by your logic, again, Steph Curry was a better defender than Drew Holiday when he led the league in steals. You have to say that.
No,
I'm not.
No, I don't.
You have to.
I'm not with by your logic thing. I watch the game.
Bro, that's what you said, bro.
I value defensive box plus minus. I don't really understand what that is. I don't care to. Because when I watch the games and I see a dude getting steals, blocks, I see a dude navigating screens, I see a dude playing good help side defense, I see a dude with his hands up. That's how I judge defense. I played basketball, I've been coached, all that, whatever. So I know what to watch for. So I'm watching for certain things. You can hit me with all the numbers you want to, but numbers are flawed, especially when it comes to defense. And it's very easy to see if a guy can defend or if he can't. That's very easy to see. But that's just me.
You clearly can see Giannis is a better defender than everybody in the NBA.
How? Clearly. Than everybody in the
NBA. And you want to go by facts or you want to go by feelings, how the way you feel, bro. Which one you want to go by?
Okay, give me the facts. Give me the facts on how Giannis is the best defender in the NBA.
Here, I'm looking at it right now. The facts is the last 5 years Giannis has the best defensive numbers, period. Meaning, when he's guarding you, you shoot your lowest percentage.
Okay.
He's guarding you.
So you got the numbers, right?
Like
so you got the numbers, right?
Bev is second. That means everybody that they guard,
they defensive numbers go down. Pat Bev is second best defender in the NBA. But has he been the second best defender in the NBA the past 5 years?
Who?
Be real with you. Patrick Bev
has been one of the best defenders in the NBA. So is Marcus Smart. So is Drew Holiday and Giannis. The list makes sense when you go look at the list. All of them's top 5 defenders in the league. And
where's Patrick Beverly right now?
Pat Bev. I said the last 5 years. You know how good Pat Bev was just a couple years on defense ago? We ain't talking about just 1 year, bro. It's a 5-year sample size, not including
who the numbers say the best defenders? Okay, we're talking about this year. Who's the numbers say the best defender this year? Who's the best defender this year? By the numbers, but since that's what you respect.
No, I don't respect all numbers, dude. I see what I see too.
And I don't either.
And he has the best numbers where nobody is scoring on him like that, bro. Like that has to account for something. That's just like when somebody say he's leading the league in scoring. That has to account for something. He's leading the league in assists.
You said yourself, Giannis is a team defender.
So if I'm guarding you and your offensive percentage goes down when I'm guarding you, that has to mean something. I have to be good at defense at something, bro. Ain't nobody torturing me like they doing Jokic.
You just said it yourself. Giannis is a team defender. Is Brook Lopez not one of the best rim protectors in the NBA? Yes or no?
Everybody knows he is, bro. What are you
talking about? Is Drew Holiday not the most premier defensive guard in the NBA outside of Marcus Smart? Yes or no?
Everybody knows that, even though Marcus Smart got better numbers.
So, with that being said, Giannis is a great team defender. But it's an argument that he's not the best defender on his team. How are you arguing he's the best defender in the NBA?
Because the numbers prove it.
I don't care about the numbers. If I look and watch it, and if I watch the game,
like that, the numbers actually prove that when he's guarding you, bro, that means when he is guarding you, he is number 1 in the whole NBA with offensive field goal percentage while you're guarding him. That means your field goal percentage is going down because you're missing shots because he's guarding you, bro.
Okay, I'm going to give you a list of superstars.
So I'm just trying to figure out why does that matter to you all of a sudden when you just said that nobody plays one-on-one in the NBA?
That's one.
What?
That just came out your no. Hold on, that shit just came out your mouth.
Nobody plays one-on-one the
whole game. Hell no. See, hell no. I ain't going for that shit, dog. This man just said that nobody plays one-on-one defense, and now he want to base his whole argument
dumbass.
One-on-one defense. I just need to
Nobody plays
understand.
one-on-one the whole game. It's something called switches, double teams, shading.
And he has the best. He has a top.
Switched on just like everybody else
But
was
when
talking
Giannis
about.
on
Come on, man.
leads
Come
the
on,
league in
bro.
He got top 3 rim
That nigga
protector. He got a
retarded.
top 3 perimeter defender.
Come on,
They
bro.
make him look good. Don't
And
forget
you want
that.
to talk about everybody else getting switched on? He getting switched on just like everybody else. You need to stop the cap.
That's why I just said with your dumb ass, everybody do switches. Nobody's guarding one-on-one. No, PJ Tucker's not guarding KD the whole game, dumbass.
So again, why the fuck are you basing your argument if you're saying nobody does it?
Because
so in that case, it don't matter.
I cannot
It
rank
don't matter.
individually
Okay,
by team defense.
guys.
That doesn't make sense. How can I rank a player by team defense if I'm trying to rank him individually?
You just sat there and went on about one-on-one defense don't matter, and now you're trying to use that to lead your argument.
If that's the case, if I'm looking at team defense, then I have to make Steph Curry one of the best defenders in the league because he's on a team last year that had the #1 defense.
Okay, guys, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
If you're going to rank an individual player, how you going to bring a team concept into an
I'm
individual?
just trying to figure out how you're using your one-on-one logic when you just.
Okay. I done muted y'all both. We're going to talk about the Clippers. Okay. Next topic. Are the Clippers frauds? They're 19-19 versus the Western Conference. They just came off a loss to Minnesota, I believe. You know, Anthony Edwards only had 18 points. I think Paul George and Kawhi both had over 20. So what's going on with the Clippers? Are they pretenders, contenders, or are they just an average team in this NBA? With our hopes too high for them? Anybody that want to?
Before they got Westbrook, they was in a better position before they got Westbrook. Now they done fucked up.
I agree. What you saying, right?
I think they was already proven to be frauds before they got Westbrook. I try to give Kawhi the benefit of the doubt because I really want to. I root for that boy, but man, he make it hard sometimes. Like when I seen the Denver game, when Kawhi took over in the fourth quarter, forced them to overtime. The first him and Jokic was going back and forth. Next thing you know, Kawhi started getting the better of the whole situation. Next thing you know, they done came back. They go to overtime. Kawhi only take one shot the whole overtime. I'm like, what? You was on fire all fourth quarter. Why you only taking one shot in overtime? That didn't make sense to me. Paul George had a pretty solid fourth quarter. He only took one shot in overtime. That didn't make sense to me. The game before that, Sacramento, one of the worst defensive games probably in NBA history. They exposed themselves. Like it ain't nothing that the teams be exposing them of. They be exposing themselves in crunch time, defensive, and they supposed to be that's what that whole squad was really built on was their defense.
Man, you know a trade is bad when they don't play a nigga for a full quarter in overtime, bro.
I mean, I told y'all how I feel. Westbrook just is over with. He just over with, bro. He literally.
I can't even blame Westbrook because Westbrook had some solid games with them so far. Like it's not the blame is not on Westbrook. The blame is on Paul George and Kawhi. Because they didn't bring Westbrook over there to be like, "Hey man, we need you to be our number one."
Hey, Sub-Zero, come back next week. We'd love to have you on, but.
Yeah. Hey, tell him to come back. That shit was fun, bro.
Yeah. But keep going right, my bad.
No, I can't. No, as much as we joke about Westbrook, I can't put none of that on Westbrook.
I mean, I'm not putting it all on Westbrook. Ray, I'm not gonna put it all on Westbrook, but Westbrook's not helping. That in itself is a problem. That's all I'm saying. Because they 4-6 in they last 10. And then if you look at the numbers, because everybody's so big on numbers, they ain't too good at anything. It's like they're an average team.
You need to be
Y'all can
talking
hear me?
about. You need to be talking to your 6 man of the year.
Norm
Number
Powell
two.
shit the bed. He only had like 14 points, I think.
And what he do the game for that?
Norm Powell. That take not looking too good, so I need you to step up, Norm. I just think the Clippers, the league has caught up with the Clippers. Is duos just as good as Kawhi and PG? When they first got together, that was clearly the best duo in the league. I think, if not two.
They ain't take advantage
So
of it.
What was the first
they
year they
didn't
got
take advantage
together?
of it.
You say what, bro?
What was the first year they got together? Was that the same year? Was that the year
The bubble,
before
the
80?
bubble year,
No, they wasn't the best duo then.
huh?
They wasn't the best duo. Wasn't no duo better than LeBron and AD. Y'all can say I'm biased or whatnot, but when LeBron and AD got
Um,
together, it was game over.
um, I won't say that. The only reason why I say that is because I still think at the time you got to remember the Clippers still had Lou Williams, they still had Harold, they still had
No,
pieces.
I'm not. I'm
I
not saying.
don't.
I'm not saying that the Lakers automatically a better team. I'm saying we talking about just
Oh,
out
just
of the duo
duos.
debate.
Um,
They literally got a watered down Kawhi Leonard out of Paul George. They both two
Man,
ways. Paul George ain't as great on offense or defense as Kawhi is, but they play the same position just about. They play the same type of game.
the fact that they don't have a facilitator, it kind of just
And that's
annoys
another. And
me.
that's another thing. Neither one of them are great facilitators. They both just on offense. Their only goal is to score.
I just think, bro. First of all, it's teams with better duos. I feel like you said, it's a facilitating problem. And then you brought in a point guard that's instantly the worst decision maker that's gonna be in your starting five, and he probably won't even be able to close out games. So when I look at the Clippers and I look at their struggles against the Western Conference, they're 19 and 19. They don't beat anybody in prime time. They lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves, y'all, and Anthony Edwards only had 18 points. So it's like they lost to the Sacramento Kings, and it's just like how many did the Sacramento? That was the second highest scoring game of all time. How much did Sacramento put on them? Like 170. That is
yeah, it was
egregious.
bad.
When your two
176.
stars are supposed to be two ways.
I mean,
It's just go ahead.
look,
Go ahead.
I'll say, I mean, I just feel like the Clippers have kind of been like a like I'm not gonna say it's like a bad experiment. I think it's just a bad experiment just because of who you expected to be your number one. I mean, because we all know the talent is there, but let's just keep it a buck. The same way, DJ, you talk about Kyrie and Westbrook. I mean, after a while, bro, Kawhi is just unreliable. I mean, Toronto was lucky to get that last championship run out of him because after that, bro, it just has not come into the light what he is supposed to be.
And
And
what was he supposed to be, in your opinion?
I mean, based on the way that on the trajectory that he was going, I mean, I feel like Toronto was the stop to where he showed, okay, I can be a good defender and also be the number one scoring option on the team and lead the team to a championship. And that's clearly what they built, that what they brought him to LA for, because PG was clearly there to be the number two. And again, I personally feel like, well, no, I ain't gonna say that was the best roster they had. I ain't even gonna say that. But the first 2 years they had that team, we know what happened in the first year. They went to the bubble. They was up 3-1. They get knocked out. Next year, Kawhi get hurt in the goddamn second round of the playoffs. It's just I don't wish injuries on nobody, but with him we know what's gonna happen. He's just unreliable. Like he just don't seem like he don't shut the door on shit he should shut the door on. And as far as his injury health, I mean, just his injury history, I can't depend on him to be healthy unless I literally do this load management shit throughout the season and hope we stay good enough so I can at least ramp him up after the All Star break to where we can at least avoid the goddamn play in. And that don't even
I'm,
look like you know
man,
that's
my
kind of
thing.
looking far
Go ahead.
fetched. No, you got it.
My whole thing is when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, bro, he's just a what if that won. If we being technical, because he's done sat more than he's played. But when he's played, especially in the playoffs, he has been great. But if you look at the course of Kawhi Leonard's career, he's been hurt more than he's been healthy, or he's just not been playing more than he's been playing. And we knew that going in. We were scared going in. We thought it could happen. It happened. But by the time that they're finally hitting their stride, getting their legs back together, the league has caught up with them. They're 19 and 19 in the Western Conference. They're an
Mm.
average team. Who have they beat on national TV? We done seen them get whooped on national TV. We done seen teams come back from 40 against them on national TV. I'm one of those dudes because the NBA guys right now, they're not respecting the regular season. But if you're not respecting the regular season, that's on you. Because I'm still gonna bring up the regular season. And when you getting your ass whooped, you sitting down, you're not playing, your team losing, it all counts to me and it goes against you in my opinion. And I just feel like it's the perfect storm of everything we was worried about with the Clippers, and the storm is here. And it just is what it is. They're frauds. Long story short. Look what the dude say. I ain't boot you. Your goddamn mic kept on goddamn echoing in my ear, bro. I got tired of this shit. You fix your mic, you come back next week. We here every Thursday.
Oh yeah,
I ain't
man.
running
We
no
wasn't trying to
smoke.
kick you off. He said your mic was tripping. No, that was
I ain't.
fun.
I ain't. Yeah, you can come back anytime you want. Just make sure your mic ain't smacking me in my damn ear. But but my whole thing is the Clippers are frauds. They go lose in the first round. They'll lose to the Kings in the 3-6 matchup. And when I forgot what the 4-5 matchup is, it's them in the Warriors. I think 4-5 matchup. They'll probably beat the Warriors, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors whoop them. So it is what it is. Anything else anybody got to say about the Clippers
No,
before
sir.
we move on? Because we
Actually,
only got.
they have to face Phoenix if they got that fifth spot from Golden State. So
Oh
yeah,
damn! I'm tripping. What?
That'll definitely get ugly for them.
We only got one more topic left now, Ray. Because
What's
yeah, we only
that?
got one more topic left. Y'all know what it
What's
is.
that?
It's player
Oh,
empowerment. Player empowerment.
so
And
what
has
made you
that
want to
shit
talk about
warrant
this?
the just I've been watching, I watch a lot of basketball. A lot of niggas don't
Uh huh.
play. The All-Star weekend was trash. And it just seems like I feel like these dudes, okay, because you got two camps that I really don't agree with. You got the
Uh huh.
LeBron James camp and you got the Kawhi Leonard camp. And it's another camp I don't agree with, the Kevin Durant camp. If you look at young players, they go come up and they mentors is go be these dudes. Which one of these dudes do you want young players to follow out of those three? Because I don't want them to follow none of those dudes' examples when it
Well,
comes
you
to
said
like how they just
LeBron, KD, and Kawhi.
and Kawhi. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay,
I
okay.
feel like the era that they ushered in terms of how they handle their business in terms of playing. I don't like it. Well, KD not really, but I just ain't like some of KD's other decisions. But literally Kawhi
Yeah, I was about to say
and
I don't think you can
LeBron.
really put KD in there because KD don't really sit
Yeah.
unless he just hurt.
But I'm just talking about the LeBron and Kawhi. Like the player movement and then what's that the red shit called? What's that shit called? The
Oh, load
load
management.
man. Yeah, load management. Player movement and lower management. Load management.
Um,
I don't like it.
I really won't. I can't really put if you talking about player movement, I'm gonna separate LeBron from them two just because everywhere he's went has been through free agency. It's been his decision. So player movement, I'm not gonna so much put on him. But as far as everything else you want to bring up, um, I mean, I don't know, man. It kind of because okay,
It go. Go ahead.
okay. Let me just go with my just gut feeling because I tried to be kind of like kind of on both sides of the fence with it, but if I would just keep it a buck, because you know what my sport is that I primarily watch. It's the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that you bring up Kawhi because when the San Antonio Spurs traded Kawhi, and you can fact check me on this if you want to, but I'm pretty sure I got this down. Did they or
Okay.
did they not just trade him away to a team that was the number one seed in their conference last year?
So I don't. I'm not sure about that. What year was
Like you
that?
can fact
2019.
check me. You can fact check me, but I'm a like while I'm talking, you can go ahead and check. But I'm pretty sure they
Okay.
traded him to a number one seed. So
Yeah.
not only do you sit there, you let a player sit on you because of whatever the situation was or whatever the reasoning. He pretty much sat on you during the whole year. You let
Yeah.
him sit. You let him pout. You let him do whatever they want to say, that he's doing. Then you trade him to the number one seeded team
Yep. That was number one seed.
just because you want to try to get something in return in DeMar DeRozan. That's player empowerment to where you can sit there and bitch and moan and get traded to a number one seed and then fuck around and win a goddamn championship.
I want to address this. It says so: smoking cigars, punching dudes, and quitting twice, gambling. Something players should follow. KD, Steph, Braun never did that.
So
That's a good
smoking
point.
cigars. Wait, say I ain't see that.
So smoking cigars, punching dudes, and quitting twice, gambling is something players should follow. KD, Steph, Braun never did that. When you talk about how they carried themselves in the NBA in
We're
terms
not
of
talking about
showing
off
up,
the court. We're not talking about off the
yes, we're
court.
not talking about off the court. When how they played the games, they competed in All-Star events. They took everything that came to basketball seriously for themselves and for the fans. What has LeBron did that benefited the fans? Everything LeBron has ever done has benefited himself. I'm not mad at him, but he never took the fans in consideration, and people are following those footsteps. Kawhi Leonard load manages. He doesn't play all the games he could play. He has degenerative knees, so I understand to a certain extent. But if you feel good to go, you can go. Go. Don't just rest just because it's Charlotte on a Tuesday. Don't do that because
Give me an example then, DJ, of a superstar. Like, what do you mean by he's never done anything for the fans? He always done anything for himself.
Ray Nord.
So the only thing,
He doesn't have
so
to. Go ahead.
I can only say one thing. Like if I'm gonna answer that as far as something that LeBron has done, as far as you want to say fans, the one thing that I feel like that anybody can just automatically say is that he went back to Cleveland and won that chip. He went back to Cleveland and gave them 4 good years of NBA Finals run, and he brought them back a chip. If you want to talk about what he did for the fans,
he done brought a chip to every team, to every fan base he went to.
I get that, Ray,
I don't care about that.
If you're talking about like something like because remember, Ray, when he went to Miami, like yeah, you had true LeBron fans, but nigga, that was a very controversial move, similar to the KD thing. It wasn't something that everybody. But when you talk about something that was like this is something for the fans. Like, bro, I done went to Miami. I done did this. I'm finna come back to where I started and win a chip for the hometown, for the city that I'm from, that drafted me. That's a move that I feel like is for the fans because he could have easily went anywhere else, bro. Cleveland, like, of course,
that was
Cleveland
for
had
his
kind of
legacy, bro. Okay,
yeah,
come
that's like a
on, Chris. I'm
legacy
not. That
move,
was for
bro.
his
So
legacy. That was for the legacy, bro. LeBron. Everything
nah,
LeBron does is for LeBron and LeBron's legacy. Kobe
I still think that
had.
was a fan move too, bro.
Because you have to respect the people that are paying to watch you play, the people that care to watch you play, the people that care to talk about watching you play.
Man, look.
You have to show respect. Works both
What's
ways.
the
It's a lot
what's
of
the
time.
Man, look.
what's the
I'm
first
Did
loss
you
sorry.
that
not hear
This
that
man,
story when the dude would pay all that money to go see LeBron and they was asking him like, "Oh, you here to see LeBron?" He said, "Yeah, I hope he plays tonight." When have they ever did that with Kobe and Jordan when they was available to play? That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. I don't care about the other stuff. He can do what he wants, but at the end of the
you
day,
talking
he
about? You talking
has
about
done
LeBron
stuff.
missing games in year 20?
I'm talking about period. If you're available to play, you just play.
When do
It
we
is what it
when do we ever
is.
suspect that
I'm not gonna
LeBron was not gonna play during his prime? When do we ever suspect that, DJ?
you said what?
look. Just say he ain't do the dunk contest. No, nigga. But that too. It just man.
Nah,
I'm confused.
I was
All
Like
gonna
the
bring
errors
that
is
up
when,
switching
too.
to hands more.
when was LeBron ever missing games?
I'll give him that. It be the other stuff, bro. It be the other stuff around LeBron that he has done that jeopardize the integrity of the game. You leaving in your prime, going to a team damn near guaranteed that championship, and others follow suit like KD. They wasn't all successful. Harden wasn't successful. Russell Westbrook wasn't successful, but they all followed LeBron lead, leaving in their prime to look for greener
They
pastures.
grown
Damian
men.
Lillard,
Them follow another grown man. That's
Damian
on
Lillard,
them.
say, bro, you soft on these dudes. That's on you.
How am I
It would
soft for them
say,
saying they a
just say
grown
he
man?
ain't do the dunk contest.
If you're a grown man and allow another grown man to dictate your moves, that's on you. You
Don't
cannot
Jason
blame
Tatum? Who did Jason Tatum look up to? Who did Jason Tatum look up to?
Kobe.
And do you respect how Jason Tatum carries himself when it comes to basketball?
Don't miss a game unless he hurt.
Man,
Just say yes, right? Like all this shit that bro, just say yes, bro. You know what I'm saying is not wrong. LeBron James is a great player. What? Go ahead.
who was they? You can say the same thing about Kawhi.
I said that about Kawhi. I said that about Kawhi. I said I don't like what Kawhi does and how he handles his business either.
I'm saying
Kevin Durant either.
Tatum, and you brought up Jason Tatum and how he looked up to Kobe. A lot of these players, and Kawhi is much older than what's it called?
I brought up Jason Tatum, bro. I brought up Jason Tatum because he says it as much as he can. Devin Booker too, but Devin Booker just really ain't doing nothing.
I don't think nobody.
I feel like Tatum was a good example.
What's it called? After that thing Karl Anthony Towns pulled last year when he was trying to actually talk like Kobe after that post. I'm like, dude, you just wanted to play in. That boy talking like he just won a championship.
Players at the beginning of the season, GMs and owners tell them how many games they will sit before. Man, I feel like this cap. But
I guess they told Ant he ain't sitting none.
Man, say, bro, if you feel like a motherfucker go to LeBron James and say, "Hey, LeBron, this is what I want you to do," that's cap. If you think a dude can go to Nikola Jokic and say, "Hey,"
it's different because he came in during a different time compared to a lot of these players now.
I respect LeBron because LeBron did play, but LeBron still did a lot of stuff
and be like, "Hey, this
he
how
does.
many fans I'm gonna miss."
LeBron just switched out like 7 dudes, man. Let's stop playing like motherfucker. Just like LeBron a different entity.
LeBron missed the game to go to his. I mean, I ain't reading nothing too much into it, but
this is funny. It's he just say he ain't do the dunk contest. That's a funny comment. I'm mad about that too, though.
I honestly didn't care.
He ain't got no creativity anyway.
Like growing up, I never heard nobody like, man, why LeBron ain't doing no dunk contests? Like I never heard nobody really just sweating at that much.
He promised he would do it too, though. That's like John Morant already said, "Say, bro, I ain't doing it." That nigga told Cheryl Miller he was going to do it. He just didn't do it.
He can check, bruh. Oh my god, DJ, you wild for that.
No, man, I really don't care about the dunk contest thing, but don't say you would do it and don't do it.
What I'm getting from you is basically that NBA players, NFL players, hockey players, baseball players, whatever profession you at, you are basically a slave to the fans. That's basically what you saying. If you don't do everything for the fans, then You don't have to.
So you
Like,
thought you think
Ray,
Jordan and Kobe was slaves to the
nobody
fans?
is saying
Hold
that
on, Chris. Let me cook him real quick. You think Jordan and Kobe were slaves to the fans? Come on, bro. Be serious. They respected the fans, and what the fans do to them? We respected them back. They respected the game first. How do you respect the game? How do you respect the game, Ray? Tell me how you respect the game. What makes them so great while we hold them in such high esteem?
Before the fans, how do you respect the game? Because the fans ain't there from the jump. So how do you respect the game first? You keep talking about fans. The fans not there when you behind closed.
If you respect the game, you respect the fans. Because when you want on the route to want to go to the NBA, I'm pretty sure you want to play in front of fans. Ray, come on, bro. You literally just fighting this for no reason. Don't try to act like
you wasn't that kid in your goddamn driveway sitting there. 3, 2, 1, hit the game winner and make a crowd noise. Everybody does it so they can hear the roar of the fans, man.
Say, Cheeto, since I'm the only person you heard talk about it, why don't you bring your ass up here? I'll cook you too.
What'd he say?
He said, DJ the only person I heard talk about that.
Talk about what, the slam dunk contest?
Just I don't know, just whatever. But hey, you come up here, you get cooked too. Let me post this link because I'm tired of these dudes. Everybody got something to say, so they got to come up here.
Nah, but hey, Sub-Zero could come back though, bro. Like that, I like his energy. He got, man, that nigga got me mad. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this shit.
Oh yeah, he definitely can come back. It's a Braun not pretend. You see, he keep coming. He ain't coming up here. But I just feel like when you look at the top players right now, that especially that's been winning, you look at LeBron and you look at Kawhi. It's a lot of things that they do that I just genuinely don't like. That other great players that I grew up watching didn't do, and that is load management, and then that's just trying to play GM while you're playing.
The fact that you're getting that LeBron so-called load managing at his age is crazy.
I'm not mad at him for load management. It's the other stuff, but still, for some of the games, it's some games that he missed that it's just like, man, you could have just. I mean, he is in year 20, so I'm not gonna hold that against him too much. But it is some games. He's like, say, dog, come on with it, bro.
Bro, you was really trying to talk. You was trying to talk down on him for the injury he just had.
I wasn't trying to talk. I wasn't trying to talk down on him.
He's trying to save his legacy. I'm like, dude, you not see what happened to his foot?
I mean, I ain't gonna stunt, bro. How did he end up mic'd up out of nowhere, bro? Out of nowhere, I could hear him in 4K talking about, oh yeah, I heard a pop. It sounded like he was right next to me, bro. He wasn't mic'd up, but as soon as he fell on that ground, he's yeah, I heard it pop. I'm hearing their whole conversation.
You heard the whole conversation.
I'm just saying, but my thing is, it's unfortunate that the LeBron injury, and I like how LeBron's been playing this year. I don't really like how when he is on the court. I like how LeBron's been playing. I feel like his game has evolved. I respect LeBron, but some of that stuff he has done in his past when it comes to player movement, getting certain guys, kicking certain guys to the curb, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It is what it is. He can do whatever he wants, but when you do whatever you want in front of the public eye, you open yourself to criticism. So I'm well within my right to criticize what I feel like I don't like. And that's just my opinion.
You gonna always find something to criticize LeBron on. That's just who you are.
It says Steph Curry has said GMs and owners tell them to load manage. It's a fact. It says written in January 31st, 2023, Curry said GMs tell them to load manage. Man, nigga, these dudes can't wait to hear motherfuckers say they can load manage. They go, oh, hell yeah, I'm finna go golfing. Man, tell Michael Jordan or tell Kobe that you're not playing because you load managing. You different dudes.
That wasn't even a thing back then.
And they say, what other stuff? The dunk contest? Bro, you need to troll. Why y'all? Fuck y'all. But I'm saying, though, bro, if these stars wanted to play, they would play. And but with Curry and other guys like that, I can understand why you would load manage older players. So like Kawhi and LeBron fit into the older players category. So I'm not tripping that they load manage. But when I start seeing niggas like Donovan Mitchell load manage, where did he get that from? He had to get that from somewhere. They GMs had to get that from somewhere. They get it from the other superstars that ushered that era in. And that started with the San Antonio Spurs with the load management, and then LeBron with the player movement. It just is what it is.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I still can't sit here and just blame LeBron for the player movement because again, I'm still not gonna knock LeBron because every time he left, he was in free agency, and when he left, he fulfilled his obligation. He brought a championship everywhere he went to. You know, so I'm not gonna put all that on him. I will say that players started. They took that blueprint and turned it into something else because he did it all strictly doing like through free agency. Like LeBron had never requested a trade. He never did none of that. He did it strictly through free agency. But now you got players that if they unhappy, they're not gonna finish the contract out and then move around when they got their freedom. If they not happy right then and there, hey, I need you. I'm gonna need y'all to trade me. I ain't fucking with this shit.
And you see what I'm saying? I don't like that. That is like at one point. What if Dirk would have asked that after he would have failed so many times?
But
at one point, Dirk was asked to be traded.
At the same time,
Kobe did too, but they had to see it through. No easy outs. Go ahead, Chris.
Right, but as far as these people requesting trades to go somewhere else, like, okay, let's keep it a buck. What are they requesting trades for? Like, because it mainly got to do with these older veteran players that want to request a trade. They trying to go to a contender to get a chip, right? Like, I'm sorry, bro. If you gonna ask me, hey man, Charles Barkley set the blueprint for that shit years ago. I don't care how many times I don't care how many years in a row that nigga thought he was in trade rumors and shit like that. Like shit, nigga, every time you left, it seemed like you went to a goddamn contender.
Hey, I ain't gonna stunt. I like that criticism. Because Charles Barkley do be talking outside his neck to these dudes. And Charles Barkley tried to make a super team. He asked to be traded and was traded. His shit just didn't work.
Just trying to, hey man, hey, look man, I don't be trying to sound too outlandish with the shit I be saying, man. I just be trying to just, put some shit in perspective, put some shit in context. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put that shit as far as motherfuckers trying to trade their way out. I'm not gonna put that on Braun. Now, if you want to say, I'll say that KD definitely copied Braun when it came to him leaving Golden, OKC and going to Golden State. He clearly went to a contender and won the chip next year. Hey, you want to say that? Cool. But nigga, other than that, no sir.
Who slandered KD? Chris, you slandered KD?
You said what?
It say and slanders KD. I'm trying to see what he's talking about. What you talking about, Cheeto?
I'm not slandering KD. I'm just saying I'm talking about a player that actually did it the exact way that Braun did it, as far as he left for free agency and brought a championship to the next team he went to. Like that's what
he's talking about Barkley. He's talking about Barkley.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Barkley can't say shit.
I'm saying about what Sub-Zero said.
What'd he say?
They said, I know Kobe had talked. I think Kobe had talked to Dirk in the offseason or something.
Oh,
so remember at one point Kobe wanted to be traded to the Mavericks or the Clippers.
Dirk, what? Oh my good, Kobe and Dirk, boy, Kobe, boy.
You don't remember that?
I can't remember. I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie.
When the Lakers said they wasn't gonna trade Kobe, that's when Kobe was like, "All right, then try to get Dirk."
That would have been a nasty duo. That should be crazy.
Dirk, I think Kobe deep down already knew that wasn't gonna happen because Dirk was wired. Dirk was wired. I will slander Kobe the most over.
What'd he say?
Oh, hey man, make sure your mic working next week, Sub-Zero.
What'd he say?
He said, I would slander Kobe the most overrated player ever.
Oh, wow.
Save it, Ray. When we have them on, save it for when we have them on. I'm going to give y'all whole little time. We going to work that in. Man. Sub-Zero come back next week, bro. Because Ray
Most
not he not going for
overrated
it.
player ever. That would be a nice. Oh man.
Most overrated top 20 player. We're gonna say who's the most overrated top 20 player. That's gonna be a subject for next week. Sub-Zero trying to say Kobe. So you got to stand on that Sub-Zero, bro. Because shit, Ray ain't finna play with you. You see, he ain't even gonna say nothing right now. He not gonna say nothing right now. But
I know that
let's
nigga
get back
Ray
to this.
fuming.
But when it comes to player empowerment and how that shit ruined the NBA's gonna take back control. The control go back to the owners, like what we seen with New York. Tom Thibodeau is running that over there, man. Like Tom Thibodeau is the
Well,
coach of the New York Knicks. That should go come like college, where the coach go have the control. The coach go pick the rosters. If it's too many superstars, go get rid of superstars, and superstars go be in situations where they're not running the asylum. That's how I
well,
feel.
and don't get me wrong, bro. I'm all for player empowerment, bro. But and I don't want to sound like one of these slave master ass owners or nothing like that, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, like you could give player empowerment, but you got to keep these motherfuckers on the leash, bro. And that's
You
just the
got
way.
to.
Like I said, y'all know me, bro. Like I watch basketball. I'll chop it up with y'all every week. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk my talk, but y'all know I watch the NFL. The NFL like ain't going for a lot of this bullshit that the NBA would have let happen. Again, like I was saying, how the goddamn the Spurs traded Kawhi to a number one seed. It just so happened they was in the Eastern Conference. Nigga, Le'Veon Bell was a top running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers by the time he wanted to get traded. You know where the fuck they sent his ass? To the New York Jets, a goddamn asylum. They said, yeah, you finna get paid, but we finna make sure you had one of the worst goddamn teams in the goddamn league. And you know what? They didn't give a shit if he was in the same goddamn conference. They just made sure they traded that motherfucker to the bottom of the barrel.
Man.
So, bro, when I
Hey,
tell you, like, bro,
you
sometimes, like,
on to something with that football shit. They need Adam Silver need to drop his
bro,
nut.
they got, bro,
Call
like,
up Roger
don't get me
Goodell.
wrong, like, don't get me wrong, like, bro, like, the player empowerment that
Damn, you
the
cutting out, bro.
NBA has
Hold on, Chris, you cutting out, bro.
given as
I Chris, you cutting
far
out,
as like
fool.
social justice issues and stuff like that, as far as giving them a voice, I'm all for that. But y'all giving them a voice and allowing them to run y'all at the
Damn, Chris, I was trying to let you get this off, bro. I can't hear you going in and out. Oh, damn, everything mic off. How you feel about that, Ray? And this dude's in here talking crazy.
hold on.
All right, but you see this?
Name me 250 defenders better than him,
then. You can't name 10. This dude's tripping. We gonna say this, Ray. I just want you to see what he's
Kobe
saying.
was a sidekick for 3, his 5 chips. Also, Kobe. Kobe's only a sidekick
we gonna
one of them, but
we gonna save it, Ray.
Hold on.
Just,
MJ said out of his own mouth. So I guess MJ disrespected himself then. For home basketball was MJ and David Scott.
I mean,
I just
man,
name me the top 5 because you sound the same age as us. So name me the top 5 players you ever seen play. Don't name me players you ain't never seen. I'm talking about you actually seen them live. Name me those top 5. If Kobe not in that
you
top
talking
5,
Sub-Zero?
If Kobe's not in your top 5, then you just truly okay. Yeah, that's how you feel. But if Kobe's in your top 5, how you gonna call him overrated at the same time? I know he in your top 5 because anybody who came up in the '90s and up, Kobe is in your top 5 who you ever seen play. That's just there's no way around it.
Right, I ain't gonna lie. I think he just trolling you because he see your picture and he knows that that's something.
He probably really don't believe that.
If he believe that and he think Giannis the greatest defender of all time, I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him, bro. But damn, what happened to Chris? This shit was tripping. But I'm just putting up the comments on the screen as we get them live, Ray. If you wonder what I was doing. How many Finals MVPs Kobe got playing with Shaq? Say, man, you uh, I determine stuff on a different scale than just purely accolades or purely stats or just purely the eye test. That should be a combination of things. What do your eyes tell you? What do the stats tell you? What do you got to use multiple things when you judge in basketball. Basketball is fluid. You can't judge it just one way. So when everybody gets to talking about your logic is flawed, you can't have a set logic. Who has a set logic on stuff like this that's this fluid? I don't like that you like some stuff. There is a such thing as double standards. There is a such thing as context. There is a such thing as all these type of things. So, man, you could talk about the accolades and how Kobe didn't have no Finals MVPs, but Shaq said it out his own mouth. Since you care about what these players say, Sub-Zero, he said it in his own mouth. He wouldn't have won those championships without Kobe. And that's a fact.
Shaq said when they even won their second championship yet. This when they was in the King series. Shaq said, "I'm thankful to be playing with the greatest player in the whole NBA right now. He's carrying this team through this series. Kobe wasn't even 21 yet."
Hey, let them know, bro.
People try to say Kobe was a sidekick. How many 20-year-olds you think would have came in with Shaq in his prime and would have removed Shaq out of that number one spot at the guard position in any era?
Yeah.
I think even Jordan has enough IQ to know I'm gonna let Shaq do his thing because that's the advantage right there. And I come in when he in foul trouble, he can't play, and I need to finish off, which is what Kobe did.
Ray, can I ask you this? What top 10 player of all time that plays with another top 10 player of all time, who wouldn't let him eat if he has the matchup advantage? I just don't understand that.
And this guy said he know basketball, and he played basketball. You was one of them. I know what type of player you was. You one of them teammates. You don't want your teammates shining too much. Even if he got the advantage, you're gonna take the ball out of his hand.
MJ said he could win with it. He couldn't.
He never did.
Pippen was a number 2. Pippen didn't do anything outside of Michael Jordan, bro. Michael Jordan didn't do anything outside of Pippen, but we're pretty damn sure that you sub out Pippen and you sub in another player of Pippen's
Kobe went
caliber.
to 3 straight finals with Shaq and went to 3 straight finals without Shaq.
Kobe had a better career without Shaq versus Shaq's career without Kobe.
Kobe had a Hall of Fame career with Shaq and a Hall of Fame career without Shaq. That's crazy.
And Pippen was clearly a 2. Kobe was only a 2 once. Other than that, he was a 1B.
One season, literally.
Jordan said the player that reminds him of him. Okay.
I heard Kobe say that. I never heard Jordan say that.
Westbrook say, man.
I heard Kobe say that. I'm not sure if he got that confused or
not.
But I heard Kobe say that for sure.
When it comes to certain things, when I feel like somebody's opinion wrong, I don't
Kobe, only reason why Kobe said he was talking about from a mindset and how he plays with so much energy. He never said his game reminded him of Westbrook though. Let's not get that confused. He was just talking about his mindset and his energy. How he approaches every possession. He never said his game reminded him of anything of himself. If like I said this a couple months back, the only person that Kobe ever said his game translated like his, only thing that was different was the height though, was Kyrie. Offensive wise.
I still,
Kobe said that in his own mouth.
But like I said, just because somebody said that, even if I respect them, I don't be.
Bro, when you watch Kyrie game, you can expect when you look at the footwork. The main thing I was talking about was post game. That's what Kobe. When you think about Kobe, the main thing you think about is that midi and him in the post and his footwork. Of course, he had more to the offense that he could do, but I'm saying, come on, man, that's his bread and butter. And Kyrie got that down to a T.
Bro, I fucks with Kyrie, and I feel like Kyrie is literally one of the most talented and skilled players I've ever seen play. He's probably in my top 5, top 10 skill wise. But say, man, it's intangibles that come to the game. Kyrie, I can't compare Kyrie to a dude like Kobe because Kobe didn't. If Kobe was healthy, he played. It's a lot of stuff that kept
No,
Kyrie from playing that
Kobe
didn't
not
have to keep
comparing their
Kyrie from playing.
careers. Kobe comparing one skill on set. He not
Oh,
saying like, oh
well,
man, Kyrie can
I
do
don't,
everything
I
I
don't,
can do.
I don't do my comparisons like I do my comparisons to where like
Bro,
when
I'm
I
saying
watch
what
somebody
Kobe
play, who do
said
they
though.
remind me of?
How you gonna make Kobe say like that's what Kobe said?
Oh, okay, I give you that. I give you that then. But it's just when I see Kyrie, I don't think of Kobe.
And it's
That's just
crazy,
me
like,
personally.
bro, people continue to say Kobe the most overrated, and then they get mad when their favorite player says something great about Kobe. Obviously, something not adding up.
So, hey, Sub-Zero, who is your favorite player? Who's your top 5? Let me see where your basketball
No, just
knowledge.
that. Name me. First of all, state how old you are, because if you say somebody who way out of your age range is your favorite player, we're not debating nothing next week.
Oh, Sub-Zero, man. We'll give him a segment next week.
You a wild boy. You are a Sub-Zero. You number 2 to Scorpion.
Damn.
That boy said August 15, 2016. MJ said Westbrook is a younger him. We don't care that Jordan said that because it's not true in no aspect whatsoever. What is your age? Who is your favorite player? And who is your top 5 all time and top 5 that you've seen? Because you know what I'm saying.
So you keep on making these wild takes. I mean,
yeah, you doing a lot of talking. And you was talking about you cooked some people earlier. I literally was demolishing you. I ain't gonna lie, because I invested too much time in the game. I remember Drew Holiday playing at UCLA. It ain't nothing you can tell me about Drew Holiday. Ain't nothing you can tell me about Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson had one of the greatest college careers ever. Don't forget he won 2 championships as the number 1 option in college. Basketball is played more
was it better
than just in the
than
NBA.
Kevin Durant's college career?
KD only played 1 year and he didn't win nothing but every award possible. But he didn't win no chip, so Jalen Brunson's career better.
Hold on a second. So when I said the same thing about Melo,
it was a one-season thing.
And he won a
that
chip.
Winning wasn't enough. Jalen Brunson had a 4-year career, right? Won 2 championships. We're just talking strictly college career.
So if you could take any year out of Jalen Brunson, you would pick his best year. You would pick his best year over Melo's freshman year.
College career. Jalen Brunson's college career is better than Carmelo Anthony's and Kevin Durant. College career.
What years did Jalen Brunson win the national championship?
Oh my goodness! Why
no, I'm asking? I didn't watch him in college.
Okay. So what are you talking about? Oh, you just being okay. Let me look it up.
Because you don't watch all of them, so I'm asking you what years did he win on the national championships?
He won it twice. I don't remember the exact years. Because that nigga. Damn, don't they got a college reference? I forgot where the fuck that shit was, bro.
Just put in Jalen Brunson college stats.
I got it. 2-time champion, consensus All-American. He got the Naismith Award. He got the Player of the Year Award. He got All-American, Naismith, Wooden, Player of the Year, 2 championships. He won in 2015-16, and then he won again in 17-18. And he only played 3 years. My bad. I thought he played 4.
Oh, so he won his freshman and junior year?
Yeah. 1 coming in, 1 going out. But he was a starter about all 3 years. So I just feel like as a career, college career, I just would take Brunson over pretty much everybody except for Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker was a superstar too. But it said Kobe never shot 50%. Yes, Jalen Brunson is better than Tyler. But it says Kobe never shot 50% in any season or 47% or better. Also, Kobe shoots 40% in the finals. His percentages goes down in the playoffs. You don't bring up efficiency when it comes to early 2000s players, bro. That's cheap. LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Wilt, Magic. You got Wilt in your
You
top
seen Wilt
5.
play? We said name off the top 5 of players you seen.
I said all time too though. But
okay.
I want to see the people you seen with your own eyes too, and let us know your age, man. Cause Wilt in your top 5 is, I feel like that's fake. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This boy talking about. Hold on a second.
We got
man,
2 championships.
This boy talking about Kobe goes down in the playoffs. Kobe is the only player in NBA history to have 3 playoff postseasons in a row of 600 plus points or more.
I'm gonna let you get them
3 years in a row.
Maybe pull up on us next week yourself. I'm gonna let Ray get you, bro. Cause y'all probably looking at this thinking this shit easy. Anybody can do this. And you still the same person that said LeBron is better than him. So you can talk MJ all you want to, but you said LeBron's better than him.
Your name, bro. It's the comparison between Kobe and MJ. You're right. It's not fair because MJ, most of his career was spent inside the paint. Kobe's was spent outside the paint and behind the 3-point arc. Like
Kobe came in a better shooter.
Kobe came in a better than me when you're shooting closer to the basket.
Yeah. Field goal percentages are misleading too because motherfuckers is taking layups and dunks. Motherfuckers taking that versus a nigga taking fadeaways from the mid post.
I can say MJ came in the league his first 5-6 years. He was not, bruh. He became that mid-range assassin.
Oh, you was born in '86 and LeBron, the best player you ever seen. You so cap. But I guess.
That's crazy.
I guess. Hey, make sure you come up here next week and you have your notes, have everything you need, because you gotta defend your top 5. Because I'm coming at you for that Wilt shit. Even though I love Wilt and respect Wilt, but dude got 2. Never mind. But you were born in '86. Your top 5 is LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Wilt, Magic.
I know he hated Kobe during his prime. He couldn't wait for Kobe to retire. That's crazy. That boy was winning chips getting pissed at his TV.
That boy got LeBron, bro. It's his number one.
He went to 7 championships in 10 years and won 5 of
them. As either the 1B or the clear number 1 for 4 of them motherfuckers. And then he went and got 1 as a 2. So it's like, man. Hey, bro. Hey, Ray, I'm right there with you on the Kobe shit. You know, I be trying not to get too much into it because I'm a big fan of Kobe. But some stuff these dudes be saying against Kobe, bro, that shit crazy. That Jokic stuff, that shit pissed me off, bro. And I was seeing some of this shit. I said,
when they was trying to say that he got a better offensive peak than Kobe.
Fucking that shit was ridiculous, bro. That shit was the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Kobe offensive peak literally leads into NBA Finals. Kobe got a couple offensive peaks. That's the crazy thing. Like
all I'ma say is
LeBron has
y'all better cook this nigga next week.
LeBron has double Kobe in 3-point attempts and still has a better.
LeBron has also no, I ain't gonna it ain't worth it.
Nah, Chris. This nigga Ray fake. If you finna cook LeBron, right? God damn. That's the problem.
I was gonna say LeBron had more opportunities.
Still has a better 3-point percentage than Kobe. Kobe was never a good 3-point. I never looked at Kobe as a good 3-point shooter.
LeBron's still not a good 3-point shooter. What's the? I ain't trying to hear this shit. Chips don't automatically make you the better player.
But what's the one thing that all top 10 players of all time got in common?
This dude say, man.
What's the common denominator?
It's chips, bro. We got all the same accolades, but chips separate the greatest of the great, bro. We're not talking about plumbers. We're not talking about niggas that do this and that. We talking
Ironically,
about the
everybody
greatest
he
of
named
all
off in his
time.
top 5 got multiple chips, but it ain't about chips. Why didn't you have nobody? Why didn't you have Charles Barkley? He was a great player.
Man, these dudes picking.
Nasty.
I ain't never seen nobody top 10 list have a player in there and they don't got not one chip. But it don't matter though.
These dudes be picking and choosing, bro. We gonna see this nigga next week, bro. Bro, people be picking and choosing what they want to talk about, who they want to talk about. He probably watch a lot of ESPN and get a lot of narratives from them. No, you gotta watch the games on your own, bro. You gotta
Y'all
judge for
better cook
yourself.
this man, because I sat there and heard him say that one-on-one defense don't matter, and tried to argue.
Man, this dude said Giannis the best defender in the last 5 years, right? I don't know how y'all. Come on, bro. I was the only one.
You know
Come
what?
on,
I don't
bro.
even care where he
Yeah.
got the stat from. I don't even care. But the fact of the matter is, he just sat there and shit on one-on-one defense and tried to use that as his argument.
He's not. You could say he's the third best defender on his team if we being technical.
I'm not gonna say that because it's really Brook first year actually just being this dominant on the defensive end.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
Brook been had numbers the past couple years. He been doing good.
This the first
They
he's
say
been
on
in
defense.
consideration of defense player of the year. Giannis has been in that conversation multiple times.
Okay, this is what this dude say. They say after this we probably gonna start. We gonna probably wrap it up. We already hit the 2-hour mark. They say Kobe can't compare to LeBron. All the top 5 players have multiple MVPs and Finals MVPs.
So we're gonna act like
Bro, we're not. This be my problem.
Like Denver didn't happen.
We gonna act like he didn't average 35 a game. We act like come on, bro. If you think Steve Nash is better than Kobe,
with Kobe name because 2 years after that, I think it was 2 years after Kobe got in that Denver situation, he finished number 2 in MVP voting. And the year after that, he finished number 3.
And
then they finally those 2 years before he finally won was way better seasons. But we're gonna give it to you now.
This the argument I hate. Listen to this question. Not question, but listen to this thing. Can you read? I said chips doesn't make you the better player. If that's the case, Russell is the GOAT. We're comparing the greatest of all time. We're not comparing people like Bill Russell. He's one of the greats, but he's not in that top 5. He's not in that top 10. Oh my God. So he's not included in talking about chips. We don't talk about Robert Orr. We don't talk about Derek Fisher. We don't talk about Bruce Bowen. None of these dudes with multiple championships because they're not the same caliber of player that we're talking about. When you say Russell is the GOAT in that case, you just saying that because it's easy to say. You don't have a better argument. We all know Bill Russell is not the greatest of all time at basketball, bro. So that is a null and void point. Bring up people that we can actually argue about that actually have their resumes, the games, to back up what you say, man. Chips don't make nobody a better player. But the greatest players would I can't figure out the word, but how to categorize the greatest of the greats, it comes down to winning. If you have one of the greatest resumes of all time, and another dude has one of the greatest resumes of all time, I might lean towards the guy who won more. That just makes more sense to me personally. I don't see how this don't click in y'all's minds. LeBron has lost 6 NBA finals. So, if you hated LeBron, you're happy with how his career went. If you hated people like Kobe, if you hated people like Jordan, you are furious on how their careers played out. It is what it is. So all that, and if that's the case, I hate that argument, bro. How y'all feel about that argument? It's like, well, if y'all saying Chip's the only thing that matters, then Bill Russell gotta be that's the most simple argument anybody can have.
No, I don't care for that Chips argument because just like you said, they be trying to bring up. They be trying to bring up Robert Orr and all that shit, and like, come on, bro. Like you already
said.
I don't like when people try to throw that shit in there like they don't know what the fuck we talking about, bro.
I hate that shit, bro. What you saying, Ray? I hate that shit though, Chris.
Nobody even said that Chips was the what's called the determining factor. I'm saying that was the common denominator in what all top 5 players have in common.
It's a LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Bird, Giannis, Curry are the only players in NBA history to win multiple MVPs and a Finals MVP. This dude Curry got 4 chips and 1 Finals
Bro,
MVP.
Giannis and Curry
Relax,
barely fit that because they only got one
man.
Finals
Yeah,
MVP.
relax.
First of
Giannis
all,
has been to 1 Finals. He only been to 1 ECF, haven't he? He only been to 1 Eastern Conference Finals. Like y'all better chill out, bro. Let they resumes develop for y'all just start throwing in niggas and shit with.
I mean, Curry, his career is kind of set in stone. I mean, he can only add on to what it is now. Giannis, on the other hand, allow him to actually build up a much bigger resume before you even. And like, come on now.
And hey, Giannis been in the league 10 years too, man. He ain't no spring chicken. So shit, he better hurry the fuck up. If he want to get any higher in his all-time rankings,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Curry actually has an argument. His resume is actually impressive. Giannis, on the other hand, it's like, that ain't no top 10 resume.
Right. Huh? I love Curry. I don't want to say nothing bad about him.
No, I'm saying Curry has an argument. Okay. Giannis don't even have that argument yet.
Bro, this dude say Bill Russell won more than anyone.
Bro, we know he AP'd. He AP'd. He won 3 before that. We know this. Like,
you can't read. Slow down and read it again. Okay. You can read. I said chips doesn't make you the better player. If that's the case, Russell is the GOAT. Why does that make Russell the GOAT, sir?
So why don't we talk about his teammates that also AP'd it? Why aren't they in your top 5?
John Havlicek got 8 rings. Where you like? Come on, bro.
How many Bob Cousy got?
I think Bob Cousy got about something like that too. Bob Cousy probably got about Cousy probably got about 10. Let me see though. Bob.
I know for sure he got at least 7.
He got 6.
Oh, okay.
This nigga was Bob Cousy was a 13-time All-Star, 12-time All-NBA. He won an MVP. He got 6 championships, 8 assist champs. Damn.
That's who Bill Russell was playing with. Bill Russell has, including himself, it was 6 Hall of Famers on that team.
Including one of the best 6-men of all time, Frank Ramsey, who nobody even talks about.
People do not like to talk about context when they talk about how Russell's championships. It don't mean much. He played against 8 teams. They only had to play 2 rounds.
What type of competition? People say Wilt Chamberlain was better than him. Anybody that's seen Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell play, everybody says Wilt Chamberlain was more impressive. Bill Russell was better defensively and had the better team.
Yeah.
Like it's just like man, y'all just be talking, bro. Giannis' resume is already top 75, 2 MVPs.
Top 75 is not top 10. What the world?
75 is a long list, bro.
T-Mac top 10 too.
Oh man, Giannis' resume is already top 75, 2 MVPs, D player. Your Curry just had the team accomplishment over him. I mean, I ain't gonna stunt. In an all-time draft, I'll probably take Giannis over Curry in terms of like who I just would want as a GM. But it's tough. Curry legacy is better. Curry's going to be known for longer. Yeah. Curry's a greater player than Giannis, even though I probably would take Giannis in certain situations if I was a GM.
Like you can actually see Curry's impact on the court. It's some things you can't like. When I think about AI, it's some people impact you can just physically see. When it comes to physical impact, like you can actually see the impact that they made. AI and Curry are 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's other people impact. It might be an emotional impact, like Kobe or Jordan. The mindset, the mentality, like that stuff is just that's the emotional impact.
But hey man, we at 2:08. Y'all ready to wrap this?
Boy, this shit been an episode, boy.
This shit was fun. We're gonna hopefully have more people to come in and you know what I'm saying, do their thing. But we're gonna have to wrap this motherfucker right. Any last things? Because I know you came later. You probably got something you want to get off. These be the last little things you want to get off. Anything on your mind?
No, I mean.
Oh wait. I thought he just said something else.
Oh no, he still had that last little comment he had.
Oh, he's still talking. Top 75 is short list. It's been over 10,000 players, done. When we're
Please
talking
come
about the
back next
all
week so
time,
I can
okay.
cook your ass again.
When it comes to the greatest players that can you
He
even
making
name
this
75? The
look.
75, bro.
See, this is how I know that this
Lenny
boy is
Wilkins is NBA
confused.
75.
He
Keep going.
making it seem like the 75 list can just be like
Interchangeable.
I'm like, dude.
It is what it is.
Damian Lillard can't stand next to Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson and dudes like that. He can, but he can't. Like it's levels to this, bro.
Resume wise, he definitely can't. Skill wise, that's another story. But
man, when we're talking about the greats, the resume is the separator. That's what people don't understand.
That's what I'm
saying.
Yeah,
I feel you. Go ahead.
And there's some people missing on that 75 list, so let's not forget that either.
And yeah, because man, they got Dave DeBusschere and them dudes over there, man. If you take Dave DeBusschere or Lenny
Dwight Howard not be on that list,
man. Lenny Wilkins, come on, bro. I respect the game, so it's like I'm not mad that they on there, but we not gonna just talk about that 75 list like them dudes is just everybody on their list is just nice like that. That's what we not finna do because that shit cap. You transfer goddamn Dave DeBusschere into this era, he might not make the Knicks.
He not making the league.
So it's like, man, it is what it is. I respect the history. That was a great Knicks team. He deserved to be on there just because what they did is great. And I understand the history of the game, but all them, just because you NBA 75, that is a short list. But a lot of them niggas on that hoe was role players on dynasties. So we finna stop that. We finna stop some of this shit, bro. So
some people made all-star games averaging 13 points a game, baby.
And
that was their main thing. Like they didn't have a crazy rebound number. They didn't have crazy assist numbers. I'm like, I don't know.
Since top 75 is a short list and it's been over 10K players, and I'm a dumb. Where you got Lenny Wilkins all the time? You don't got him nowhere. You don't think about Lenny Wilkins. I'm gonna answer it for you. These niggas be fake as hell, boy. But y'all ready to wrap this, man? I like this dude though. I like this dude. Sub-Zero, you cool, but
I am going to cook you.
We gonna put you in
got
pot,
cooked
boy.
Today. You got this A1 cooking, and I'm gonna make sure I bring the hibachi grill for you next week.
Man, I'm gonna get you. There, you know somebody lost the argument when they get to seeing stuff like this, y'all.
They better than you and me in basketball. No shit.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this. Hey, bro, we gonna invite you back next week. We cook your ass.
Man, hold on, nigga. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna eat good tonight. All this cooking that went on here. I'm gonna eat good than the motherfucker, boy.
Oh man, this was fun. This dude was talking crazy.
Back.
He coming back. I'm gonna get his information after we get off. I'm gonna see what's up with him. I'm gonna see what's up with him, man. But anybody got anything else, man? Sub-Zero, we like you, but man, you really, I don't know. I don't know about.
All I'm confused with is he says what he said about Kobe, and then come out and say that. What would be the final score?
I got one more quickie. It ain't gonna take long. It ain't gonna take long.
Go ahead, Chris. Right, we gonna get him.
I got one more quickie. It ain't gonna take long. It ain't gonna take
Kobe overrated, and then go out there and get 21-0 stumped by Kobe. Like what?
So
go ahead.
That nigga Ray a fool, boy.
You still overrated, even though I didn't score a point on you. Like what?
I don't play in the NBA.
But nah. So the only thing, I know we had talked about the Clippers earlier, but only thing I wanted to bring up is that are we sure that the way that the Clippers is kind of slipping and dropping, are we sure that the Mavericks ain't in the same spot?
I'm quietly off the
Marriage
Mavericks.
just cooked on Sixers. Well, I mean, the Sixers slipping too though. So,
But the
I'm
Sixers
quietly
slipping
off the
too,
one of the
bro.
Mavericks.
teams got to win.
We just had a whole discussion before you came, Ray. The Sixers are not it. They might lose to the Knicks in the first round, to be honest.
Come on, Ray.
Yep.
That don't sound crazy to say.
I mean, I've always had my doubts about Philly in the playoffs, especially after Trae Young exposed them. But Trae Young, I mean, that was a different Knicks team too. But still, when they took that L to the Hawks, I was like, yeah, I don't have no faith in Embiid. I mean, I know that was a different Sixers team too, but last year the same thing happened.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. We had 2 hours.
So you believe that Kobe is more overrated than Bill Russell?
Hell no.
Bill Russell is the most overrated great player.
He said Kobe is the most overrated player ever.
Nah, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be trying to disrespect, the players that got us to where we at now. And I understand the 11 championships and shit like that. But goddamn, I mean, outside of Will, who the fuck was Bill playing? And just like you said, I'm sorry, like, he had all them Hall of Famers on his team.
You want to know what's crazy, DJ? I was just watching when Kobe took over in that Pacers finals, and they heard what the commentators were saying. Kobe was still unproven at that point in his career, and they was like,
"Yep,
this young kid is it's nothing he can't do."
Yep,
and he
came back after he fucked up his hand.
Every time, this one he messed up his ankle.
Oh, that's the ankle. I don't know why I keep trying to make it.
I want to say he did. He broke his hand. I think before the season started, like in a preseason or something. I can't remember what it was. But the finals where he had that high ankle sprain.
Mm.
But man,
I'm with you on that. Bill Russell is overrated for where we think his skill set would be if he was transferred to his era. He was great for his era, great defender and stuff like that, but he would probably be a Dwight Howard type of player today.
You know what, DJ? I don't think that we would even overrate him if motherfuckers wouldn't try to bring him into the goddamn conversation.
When it comes to Bill Russell got to be the go-to because he got to let him too.
I mean, that's my man. Exactly, bro. We wouldn't even be trying to disrespect him if motherfuckers wouldn't constantly keep trying to bring him in a conversation he don't belong in. Yeah, we know he got 11 chips. Like, yeah, that's cool, bro. But we're not finna act like if we put Bill Russell in certain.
If you want to say he the greatest defensive player ever, I won't argue that because he's in that argument. But if you want to say he's the greatest player, no.
Dude averaged 19 points, bro. And he had some 16-point years. And I don't know. Say, man, you still got, you got to score the basketball, bro. In my opinion.
You got to put the basket in the hole. I mean, the basketball in the hole, man.
This is the last thing I'm going to say that we got to get out of here, bro. But I hate this because I understand. I love two-way players, too. But we're not going to act like offense isn't the most important thing when it comes to basketball because you have to outscore the other team. Now, defense matters, and I would take a great two-way over just a great offensive player that's a defensive liability. But if a guy's a great offensive player and he's not a defensive liability, even if he's not a great defender, I still present the argument for him depending on what kind of player that he is. So it's like it just, everything comes with context and personal taste. But I feel like when people do say blanket statements like Giannis the best player in the league because he plays both ends. Okay, you can use that argument, but if Giannis wasn't getting 30 points a game, you wouldn't be saying it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, man.
I ain't never seen nobody call Dennis Rodman the greatest player ever.
Exactly. So it works both ways, man. Now, if it's niggas like Isaac Okoro, great at defense, can't play a lick of offense, and he's unplayable. Matisse Thybulle. I'm pretty sure motherfuckers would rather have a Trae Young type of guy than a dude that can defend but can't do nothing else. I'd rather have a nigga that can score and do nothing else than a nigga that can just defend and do nothing else. I ain't gonna lie, because it's hard to find niggas that can just score. It's hard to find it. Niggas say Bones wasn't all that, but if you lose Bones, it mattered to Denver until they got Reggie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, hey.
It is what it is. Hey
Offense.
man, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you. Like if I'm gonna take one of the others for as like a nigga that just plays strictly offense or a nigga that plays strictly defense, hey man, I need somebody that's gonna put the ball in the hole.
Now, I think Giannis is the best player in the league. We're not arguing. Like, come on, bro. Now,
No, I hear
Jokic
you, but I'm just saying when you talking
I'm
about
reading dude comment. I'm reading his comment. He's saying Giannis is the best player. He's the only player ranked top 3 on defense and offense and top 10 in rebounds. Giannis is the best player in the league. I think he's the best player in the league. But that doesn't mean anything when it comes to MVPs. That doesn't mean anything when it comes to other things. He can be beat. We seen it. So it's like,
yep.
hey, it ain't. Hey, he's not dominating the NBA like you think he is just because he's the best player in the league, bro. Jokic got 2 MVPs over him back to back, and he's on pace to get another one until Giannis start doing what he's doing. So relax with all this Giannis stuff, bro. Because Giannis has got 1 championship, sir. Relax. That's all I'm asking you to do. Relax, bro. He act like this dude just dominate. God damn.
I mean, in this new era, the only person that can really just say anything about winning though over him is Curry and Kawhi.
Curry, Braun, Kawhi, KD.
Braun ain't from this era.
So
Braun came in 03.
Right. If Tatum,
Oh, you
if
talking
Tatum
about
get,
era? You talking about?
I'm talking about the
Hauser?
20. I'm talking from the 2010s and up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about people in the league. Okay.
Oh yeah. Come on now. Braun got
right,
a whole different type of resume.
right. But this is what I'm saying. If Joel Embiid get 1, if Jason Tatum get 1, Jokic get 1, the conversations change on Giannis so damn quick. It ain't gonna make no sense. He got that 1 chip he holding over this era.
Even if Embiid wins the championship, his resume is still not gonna match up to Giannis.
No, it's not gonna match up. But it's not. You ain't gonna just be like, if somebody say, okay, let's say the career ends up. And
I'm saying Giannis already has a solid resume compared to his contemporaries.
Yeah,
and he also got a chip over there.
And that chip boosted up. Yeah,
I mean, even if you take the chip off and you put his resume beside Dame's, you're gonna see a difference.
No, he definitely.
Like, okay, they both got all NBAs, they both got all stars, but wait, Giannis got MVPs. He got a defense player of the year. Hold on,
but no. This is what I'm saying. This is not what I'm saying. When it comes to resumes, if you gave Tatum a championship, if Jokic got a championship, if you got Embiid got a championship, with their current resumes, Giannis is not just. Yeah, but I'm saying like they damn near be neck and neck.
I will agree with Sub-Zero. Giannis does have a top 75 type of resume.
He's already NBA 75. He already NBA 75. No, he made it.
That's what I'm saying. If Embiid didn't win a championship, they would not be automatically in top 75 consideration. Not in my book.
Probably not Embiid, but Jokic would have.
Oh yeah, Jokic, yeah. Not even Tatum though.
No, he wouldn't. But Tatum be knocking on the damn door. If Tatum would have got a championship last year or the year before when that hey, I'll kick Damian Lillard off so fast to put Tatum on there. Because we all know I would just rather have, you know, if I was building a team, I'd rather have Tatum than Damian Lillard. And if he would have won a championship, I would definitely rather have Tatum.
Especially having videos, you got a defending Dame. That's crazy.
Yeah. I love Dame, but it's hard to build a championship unit around him. We see that. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, at the end of the day, not really. Because I ain't gonna start. I want to talk about that.
How we know it's hard to build one? We ain't seen even try to build one.
Okay, I'll give you that. But he don't play no defense, Ray, bro. Like I was watching I was watching the game against the Pelicans yesterday. That boy had CJ on him. He started waving at Jeremy Grant to come over. He was pointing at CJ and telling Jeremy Grant to come here, bro. CJ McCollum is the same height as Dame. He was legit was like, man, he was yelling at Jeremy Grant to come over there, bro. Like Dame is food on defense. We don't. If he leave Portland, that's gonna start coming out. The fact that he's in Portland, we don't care as much. But if he goes to a different team playing that type of defense, we're going to cook him. They ain't know what he doing staying in Portland, bro. Real talk. I love his offensive game, but say, dog, you in your 30s, man. You got to care about defense a little bit. You yelling at Jeremy Grant to come over there and help you with CJ. No offense, because CJ is a good offensive player, but man,
first team All NBA 4 years in a row. Is that true?
I mean, who cares? It could be true. Giannis is great. He's the best player in the league. I don't see why you keep just trying to. But don't act like he will be the greatest player in any era, because that's not true. He wouldn't be the best player in the 2000s. He wouldn't be the best player in the 90s. Would he be the best player in the 80s, right?
Over Magic?
See, he wouldn't be the best player in the 80s.
Over Magic and Bird?
That's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be the best player in the 80s.
First half of the 80s, Kareem?
Nah. Right, my bad. I'm asking. Would he be the best player in the 70s?
Hey, nigga, hey, you almost.
Over the second half over Magic, Jordan, or Isaiah. Come on now.
No, I'm trying to put it in perspective for him. I'm trying to put it in perspective for him. You don't want to keep talking about.
You want to go to the 90s. You want to go to the 90s. You got Jordan. You got Hakeem. You got Malone. You got Barkley. He's not.
I'll take him over
Malone.
Malone.
Kobe. You got Shaq.
I'll take him over Malone and Barkley. I'll take him over Malone and Barkley though, but he's still not better than Hakeem and Jordan.
I would have loved to see some of those battles, man. Because man,
I would have too.
People forget.
They would have been killing him in the post. You think he's such a great defender? Get Karl Malone and Charles Barkley on that box. Yes. But we just see her prove to you, Sub-Zero, that Giannis is right where he's supposed to be. Relax.
I brought up Barkley because Barkley is the only player when Jordan was actually active in the 90s and was winning in the 90s. He stole the MVP in those first three.
Yep. Barkley was nice.
That was Jordan. That was Jordan's peak. Them first three championships.
You say, man, that dude was nice, bro.
But Jordan got him back in the finals, though. So,
but man, we'll be on here all day. Y'all ready to end this? And chill on the Giannis love, bro. I like Giannis too, but damn, man, he's ranked perfectly where he's supposed to be. Top 30 player, something like that. Probably top 20 something. 25. I don't know. Something like that. But damn, he not in that top 15, bro. He not even top 15 in my opinion. So chill on that Giannis love, bro. Talking about he the first ever to win first. Still ain't better than a lot of these niggas, man. Relax.
Hold on, we about to find out.
What? What you can look up?
Kobe won 4 in a row. 05, 06, 06, 07, 07, 08, 08, 09. He won 4 in a row too.
You lied.
First team All NBA. Hold on, let me see. He might have been in 5 times in a row. Kobe was 5 times in 09 and 10. He was. Hold on, let me see. He might have been in 10, 11 too. Let me see. No, Kobe. Oh my God, Kobe was 6 times in a row. I was about to give D-Wade the benefit of the doubt, but no, Kobe.
You see, Chris. You see, Chris, when motherfuckers try to bring up certain stuff and certain things.
Man, Kobe probably went for 80 for a 12-13 year.
Yeah, y'all see Kobe how I shut down the dude. They try to give him stats.
I don't want to hear nothing about no 4 in a row. Kobe got 8 first team All NBAs 8 years in a row. From 05, 06 until he got hurt in that Achilles. And Kobe was the best player in the year of that league. We're not about to do that.
And he typed this up so confidently.
When Dwight Howard was out there playing with that so-called injured shoulder, Kobe was out there carrying that Lakers team. It just so happened to end up costing him the rest of his career.
Oh my God! Don't tell. I forgot about that Dwight Howard, Steve Nash shit. That shit reminded me of the Eagles with Nnamdi Asomugha. It's like we expected so much out of these teams.
Sub-Zero.
You cooked.
You just got cooked.
If this Kobe went to, he doubled what you just said. You said he the first player to ever win first team All NBA 4 years in a row, and Kobe did 8 years in a row. So he probably is the first to do 4 years in a row because Kobe's too busy doing the 8. So I don't know.
Damn, nigga, do you got Google on your phone?
He did say he
See,
was born in '86, y'all.
he probably clicked on the link and he probably clicked on a link that said that and he just ran with it. He didn't even do the research.
But Sub-Zero, man, you welcome to come on next week, man. Have your shit together when you come, like Young Boy said, man.
Cause
But
you got cooked this week, boy.
you did. I bet he thought this
I
was gonna be
mean,
easy, y'all.
he thought this shit was gonna be sweet.
He thought this shit was gonna be easy. I be trying to tell him this shit ain't as easy as you think, nigga. We know ball, bro.
I'm gonna
We
cook you
know
just
ball.
like Kobe cooked the Bucks that one year when he hit that buzzer beater on him.
But all right, y'all, man. We finna end it, man. This dude, we cooked you, bro. But all right, man. That's it for Cooper Storms episode 14, man. Diddy knows ball, Ray, White Boy Chris. Thanks to all the guests. Thanks to Sub-Zero, even though you got cooked. Till next week.